Going.
Click, clack, brick stack. Lights up, we're back. It's Lego, law, life, and libation. Everybody sing that. MLS on the screen, tiny top, big grin. Interviewing guests while the bricks roll in. The hollow weights on the shelf in gold. Helmets on the minifig, stories being told. Lego, law, life, and libations. Build it up, then pass the cup. Lego, law, life, and libations. Sip, sip, snap, snap, never growing up. From the books to the builds to the big debates. We're laughing while the hollow waits. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Here comes Wendy, straight out of Cali, son. On the fat, rich threads, yeah, she gets things done. Sipping something busy in a Lego glass. Dropping little secrets and we all just laugh. Who's on YouTube? We are. Who's got law in a Lego bar? Stack that statue, click that brick. Ask one question, make it stick. Is this life? Is this play? We just build it anyway. Hey. Lego, law, life, and libations. Build it up, then pass the cup. Lego, law, life, and libations. Sip, sip, snap, snap, never growing up. From the screen to the scene to the streaming dates. We're singing while the hollow waits. Hey, hey, hey. Lego, la, 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 la. Lego, la, la. Lego, la, 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 la. Lego, la, Lego, la, Lego, la, Lego, la. Lego, la, life and libations. Yeah, pass the cup. Lego, la, life and libations.
All right. Hello,
Hello.
everybody. Welcome.
I need to go grab a
Valhalla.
different iPad.
Valhalla sounds normal this time, so that's good. That's good.
That is good.
So,
It's super
finally-
good. I got to grab my other iPad. This way, this one kicked me out of the Lego Builder thing.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
good.
All right. You go do your thing. We are building today. So normally we have guests on and we build Lego while interviewing them. And today we have potentially criminal Sean. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
No longer
Hi,
an
guys.
Ohio attorney. Well, he might be still an Ohio
Well,
attorney,
I'm
but
still
no
an
longer.
Ohio attorney, but I'm in Luffalo Reed, as my people would say.
Nice. And is it hot there?
Yes, it's really hot.
So
Just a little.
today we're gonna. The reason why I wanted Sean on, I had a clip of Sean that I was gonna play, but instead we got him himself because we're dealing with the RICO case.
Yeah.
And what's your position on RICO, Sean?
Wait, before
RICO
Sean
is-
answers.
It's never the answer in a civil case.
It's never RICO. It's
Never
No.
Rico, but can you play, I don't know how to fix where Sean's on top and I'm on the bottom. Can you fix that? Yes, thank you.
There we go. We'll get it done. You survived the trip to Florida,
Sean.
which means I lost $20.
Oh, I'm glad.
Oh,
Suffer.
So
I'll farm all your tears. I'll farm all your tears with my tractor.
nice.
well,
I have the combine that goes with that set.
We have the complaint that BAM filed against Reckless Ben, Brian, forget his last name all the time.
Mansell.
Mansell, thank you, and various other people. And today we're going to be breaking that down while building Lego. I'm actually building the Mario Kart set. We'll see how far I get while I'm
in
reading the complaint.
my very audacious theory about what's going on in this whole thing too.
Yeah, so you know what? I haven't seen you comment, at least on a stream yet, about this. I know you've been watching a little bit of it. What's your take, before we dive into the lawsuit?
Well, I mean, this is just an example of, guys, if you're gonna, invest your money, invest your money smartly. I mean, if you throw $100,000 in the stock market, there's a lot of things that protect you. If your $100,000 is in a bunch of plastic tchotchkes, there's no weight, there's no title, there's no provenance. It's just recycled pop bottles. I mean, so be very careful about how you invest that money, and then how you make it go out there in the world.
There was a point in my life when I relied on those recycled pop bottles, Sean.
How dare
There's
you
nothing wrong with
besmirch
it.
the
What this
great?
guy did is just be like treat this like if you had a gold bar and you were taking it to the pawn shop. Like you would protect it as hard as you could.
I think Brian, at least in the statements that he's made publicly and reading the document, I feel like he tried. But the problem is he didn't have an attorney. He must not have had an attorney helping him draft that consignment agreement. Otherwise, there would have been.
I guarantee you that was the way that was done. I guarantee you that was something the store had.
You think the
I
store put it
100%
together?
guarantee you.
That's interesting. I wonder. Let me take a look at. So we have two lawsuits, right? We have the lawsuit between
Bricks and
Crystal
Minifigures
Law
suing everybody.
Yeah, and then we have
Crystal
Crystal
Law and Brian Gorman countersuit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's sort of a countersuit. It's in a different court and it's a different judge. I mean, it's in the same court, but it's a different case and different judge.
You don't worry about the Komatsus. Yes, if I buy one of those.
I think, though, at the end of the day, they probably will be merged. I don't know why they wouldn't be consolidated.
Yeah. Real quick, David, somebody mentioned the Komatsu. Shout out to Uncle Marv. Still thinking about you, King. Always in our thoughts.
So,
next week's the anniversary of the Killdozer.
Is today the anniversary?
No, last week was. Last Thursday.
Oh, last week. Oh,
so it's the best day. It was like my last show in Ohio. It was Killdozer Day. It was like, and it was Hannah Montana mode. It was the best of both worlds.
I'm wondering if they mentioned in their lawsuit about the consignment deal, because the Bricks and Minifig lawsuit just says that a consignment agreement was reached, but I don't know who drafted it. And then in the did they mention the consignment agreement?
I don't even remember, but I just this whole thing is just they've doubled down and made this a million times worse.
When you say they, who do you mean? BAM?
Yeah, I don't know why they've done this, especially with the actions they take when they're out in public.
Yeah, they don't say. They don't say who drafted it. These sets, consisting primarily of retired sealed Star Wars sets that are among the rarest and most valuable Lego products in existence, belong to third-party collector Brian Mansell, who had consigned them to the store.
Wait, Brian Mansell said he wrote the consignment contract? Oh, buddy. Sorry, I was reading this comment here. Scorpio C80.
He said he wrote it?
Oh, God.
That he wrote. That's what I thought. I thought he wrote.
Why would you, he wrote that so, oh, I'm not the drafter. Nobody's going to be helpful. Why would you let everybody off the hook the way he did?
All right. So this is what Sean's getting at, is that the drafter of a contract, you can put a clause in a contract that says this contract will be construed as drafted by neither party or both parties in mutual agreement. But if it doesn't say that, the drafter of the agreement, if there's ambiguity about it, defaults against the drafter. So that's why Sean's concerned.
But he disclaimed any liability for it. But you let them do that. You don't just give all that up when you're the if this is also number one, the bigger issue is if I'm consigning something, why am I drawing the contract up?
I don't talk about this.
70 because
I ran a consignment shop for a while. And I would always, me as the proprietor, drafted the consignment agreements. It was never the other person that drafted them.
And this then gets back to what I said before about what is corporate's involvement? Is this this definitely isn't a corporate endorsed form. So now you're I want them to honor an agreement I wrote up that, they had no, you're really just asking for trouble.
Well, so under Utah law, I looked this up when I was talking with Andrew Bronca about this. Under Utah law, the UCC filing, there's an exception to it in that if corporate had notice of the consignment as the lien holder, then corporate cannot touch it and cannot take it and is going to be ultimately responsible for the conversion under Utah law. And then I played
Sure.
a clip of a video where when the store was being taken over by the corporate agents who later became, that was Brandon, who later became part franchise owner, they were aware. In fact, they even said Brian's name in the audio recording of these are consignments of Mansell, and she's telling me she needs the tickets so that she can pay him. So he is aware of it at the time as a corporate agent. So
and I'm not saying that they get out of any liability and the UCC stuff's not important. I'm just saying you are putting yourself, like, God forbid any of the case turned on any of this stuff that happened. Like, imagine you lose your dad's, ultimate Reddit tier Lego collection because you wrote the contract.
right. Yeah. I mean,
there's so many ways it could have gone.
Queen says that Crystal's the one that got the consignment contract.
Well, that's unclear. It's not stated in any lawsuit. So right now that's up for debate.
No.
But yeah, no, I agree with you,
It
Sean.
doesn't matter who initiated where it came from.
Yes, for various
Can you
reasons.
explain to those of us who don't know why? Can you explain why that is?
Well, like Sean just said, is that if Bricks and Minifig franchise wrote the consignment agreement, you can more easily protect yourself. Brian can more easily protect himself against corporate and the franchise. But then also if there's any dispute about what the language is, it's construed against the drafter as well. So for two reasons.
Got it. Okay.
You want them to have drafted it.
Okay.
So
yeah, there's a lot of reasons you want that, but it's just.
All right, let me get
once
to
again.
the part.
This is a great Brian Mansell is. It's that demotivational poster. Like, this guy is setting an example for you of what not to do.
Oh, really is. Now, before we get into the lawsuit itself, generally, have you seen Reckless Ben's videos, or have you seen clips of it?
I've seen a couple of them.
Okay. Did you watch like the first one where, like, the
I've
main
seen
thing
the
that
greatest clips of it all, where
Okay.
he's like being a goober.
So that's kind of what my thought is.
Yeah.
You dabble in the goober verse, I should say, or at least you have opinions about YouTubers that might be goobers or trolls. What's your thoughts on Reckless Ben overall?
I mean, it's sad that it took him to get this done, and had the Mansells. I mean, easily he could have made this worse for the Mansells. Like, if this came down a matter of public opinion. He does enough kind of quasi unscrupulous stuff. It would have looked bad, but so far they've weathered the PR storm very well.
My biggest concern, like if Reckless Ben came to me as an attorney, and this is not legal advice in any way, because I do not practice in that state, and this is for entertainment purposes only. My biggest concern would be opening myself up to liability by Brian.
Yeah,
because right now Brian is being dragged into a lawsuit, a fairly major lawsuit with a lot of expense ahead of it in time, because of your actions potentially, right? And so that would be one of my biggest concerns. Although it seems like they're still on friendly terms, I haven't seen anything to the contrary. But that would be my biggest concern from his standpoint. Although we don't know what the agreement is behind the scenes. There's been allegations by BAM Corporate that Reckless Ben was offered to be paid for this, or Reckless Ben paid for the right to do the story, and
which he outright denies, by the way.
Well, even if he did, it's like that. BAM is worried about the wrong things now. Oh, these people conspired to make us look like assholes and thieves. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
are they wrong?
When you're
are they
right.
wrong, sir?
That's what I mean. If I'm BAM's attorney, they're like, so what did this guy do? Well, he made us look like complete pieces of shit. It's like, well, what did you do? Oh, yeah, we kind of did everything he said.
We were, in fact, complete pieces of shit.
Yeah, like, okay, well,
that's
how do you want to field this then? I just
let's make a bunch of public statements and put our foot in the mouth more and more.
Well, that too, but I just overall, it's just the way they're handling this is not. Like, yeah, how dare this guy work with the only person who's helping him since you kind of told him to go kick rocks? Like these people, you made them resort to self-help. So
no, they really did. They really did, and that's kind of an important.
That's Bam's problem. They're going to say, "Well, they cost us money." It's like you cost yourself money. Had you not,
I built this whole piece backwards.
Yeah.
Oh man, I did that with
focused.
kids in Ohio last week. That was awful.
All right. I'm gonna tear this whole damn thing apart, and then I'm gonna focus on the stream and not building at the moment.
It's like
speaking of building, sorry, Sean, I talked over you.
No, I was gonna say, have you guys seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
Hello.
No. This is the Mr. Blonde moment. Had they done the thing I told them not to do, they'd still be alive.
Right.
And this is like that for Bam. You guys didn't have to do this.
So I did a 2-hour. Oh yeah, sorry, Wendy. Go ahead.
We are having a Lego stream.
We are. I'll go first. I am building Mario Kart, which is an insane build and fairly complicated, and I keep building things backwards even when I'm 100% focused on it. But this is what I got so far.
Cute.
Dang.
Well, I did start it several days ago.
So we aren't here. What you got? Oh, there's a lot of flowers.
I am building the hibiscus set, which I've had for a while, and I thought was pretty cool.
It's beautiful.
So I'm excited about that. Not a big set.
Great. And potentially criminal. What you got?
I've got the Technic tractor and dump bed.
That's so cool because you can't take the kid out of Ohio, can you? Well, you can take them out, but you can't take the Ohio out of the kid.
Can't take the Ohio out of the kid.
Cannot.
Yes. I never thought I'd see the day where Sean ended up in Florida.
Right?
I never thought myself, so it makes me feel any better.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm starting this
before we move on, I do want to acknowledge a couple super chats that came in early, and then we'll do them throughout the show whenever there's a nice place for a pause. And I think we did see this one earlier, but I just want to say thank you to Sean Sandwich Sundry for $5. Thank you for the super chat. First super chat for the new Florida man. And Radcon Hazard for $2. Thank you so much. Sean, you survived the trip, which means I lost $20, which we all laughed at that one earlier. Sorry about that. Some guy with cancer.
Always bet on black.
For $5. Thank you for the super chat. Bam made this worse by legally having an IQ under 70, right?
They did.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And they just made the wrong call at every opportunity.
I keep saying it's almost like they're on purpose doing this because you have to be dumb or do it on purpose. Those are your only two choices.
I want to support my statement that I made. By the way, Andrew Bronca and I did a 2-hour stream about whether or not, who stole the Lego, right? That was the debate that we had. And I came to the conclusion that the franchise stole the Lego, but ultimately corporate's going to foot the bill and potentially a breach of contract with Crystal and Ben. But no one's suing them, or at least, not Brian and that. Yeah. But during that stream, I said, and I think this is important, especially given the context of the RICO case, that there's two parts where the CEO is brought up during his original stream. And this is 13 minutes in. And then later on here, he's wearing the exact same shirt.
Stuck in 2011 with the mustache thing. It's I'm sure he has all kinds of bacon flavored things in his house too. With his mustache.
There's been comments about what sort of man juices he uses to keep that thing twirled.
Well, there's that too, but he's still stuck in the whole everything's bacon.
But I wanted to point out the fact that I think every single one of these clips from corporate is one visit. So for the purposes of harassment, the harassment and the stalking claim and intentional infliction of emotional stress, this might be a little different. This is in their lobby. This is clearly in their lobby. And although the date says May 1st, 2023, we know it's 2025 and there's a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And then at 14 minutes in, we have there's Mr. Mr. The CEO, with that shirt on, and then at a later clip, he's got the same shirt on. So
You're sure, oh my God, it really is like 2011, man.
I know, right? So this is only one visit to corporate. So if they're out there like he constantly came by corporate and harassed, it was only one visit. Look, here's the other one. Here's the other clip, and it's the same like time. Oh, the timestamps are all messed up, but it's the exact same shirt. Look at as like a perfect pause face right there. Look at him. I'm capturing that. Hang on.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Yes, please. Let me grab that.
Oh,
there we
Oh
go.
my
All right,
God.
I got it. I'm good. So, anyways, I wanted to bring that up. Just because I had a suspicion that it was the same one visit, and I
He
believe
might
I
be a
am
uniform guy. It may be his uniform, you know?
correct.
They don't
Well,
wear
I
uniforms.
had
Not like
said
a real
like
uniform, but
if
you know,
it was a Bricks and Minifig shirt, I would be like, oh, he's probably got dozens of those,
I mean,
right?
I
And
kind
wear
of have a
those, like,
home
one every day.
uniform. Like I wear the same T-shirt and pair of sweats as soon as I get home from work. You know,
You're
Well,
not
or-
wearing this exact shirt every day you go to the office, and it just happens to be the 2 days that Reckless
Yes.
Ben shows up, right?
Well, I wouldn't
Yeah.
because I would die if I was seen in public with the same outfit on more than once in my whole lifetime. But yes, you're right. Also, Jim Cox, thank you so much for being a member for 27 months. Lego, ruin the world. Bring back Lincoln Logs. And-
Rule the world.
God, the cost of lumber today? Jesus.
Right?
Yeah.
I love Lincoln Logs. Anonymous 746 for the $30 super chat. Here you go. Wait, here you are. Now you can afford
WinRAR, yes.
WinRAR.
Oh, yeah.
Aw. Thank you,
All right.
Anonymous. Okay.
Bam
To the
is
sh-
a corporate franchisor of a national Bricks and Minifigs franchise system, which grants private franchisees and independent and authorized operators retail stores throughout the United States. Let me pull this up so that we can all play along here at home. That's too close, too far. There we go. Sale and trade of Lego registered trademark products, including new, used, and collectible sets and minifigs. Eamon and Matthew are owners. I thought they were owners. So Matthew is the COO and Eamon is the CEO. Executive officers and principals of BAM. See, that's why everyone was saying like they need to fire the CEO. They're not going to fire him because he's the decider, right? They need, presumably they're 50-50 owners and you need 51% of the vote to fire somebody.
Yeah, they're not. This isn't a. It's not like an episode of Succession where there's like a real board.
Yeah.
I was looking around. The best I could come up with is their corporate office has somewhere between like 2 and 10 employees.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that's all it's
there's
going to
at least
have.
5.
You don't need that many employees. What was it? Red Bull. Okay. Do you know that their corporate headquarters is like in the middle of like the forest and they have like 10 employees? Red
No,
Bull.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
That's what they run like all those races and stuff like that. They have like 10 employees in the middle of the forest.
I
in like
believe it.
Switzerland or something.
No, Austrians love building little hideaways in the forest up on mountainside.
And from there, they rule the world.
Get it.
That's where Bam's going next. So
You heard it here, David. They're building their Bertus garden.
So here's they're playing on the sympathy card. They make nefts with other owners. Oh, there are other owners. Okay. Have invested substantial time, resources, and it's their mom and dad. You know, that's the other owner.
Yeah. 1% interest.
Resources with capital in developing and protecting the Bricks and Minifig brand goodwill and franchise system throughout the United States. Interesting, I learned too that they aren't the original creators of it. They were actually franchise owners, and then they made an offer to the guy who started the company and bought him out.
Yes.
With someone else's money, I'm sure. Upon information and belief, Snyder and Reckless Ben LLC operate under the online DBA name and or persona as Reckless Ben, and including as a YouTuber and content creator with substantial following on YouTube and related social media platforms. You know, this sounds an awful lot. I'm getting flashbacks right now. Content creator with a substantial following on YouTube and related social media, including paid streaming services.
Are you have PTSD, David?
Yeah, a little bit.
At least these guys aren't just selling garbage.
Yeah, they're not selling trash they found out back in a dumpster.
No, they're selling quality other people's products.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they're selling.
Yeah.
Upon information and belief,
Not
Snyder
abandoned Legos.
and Snyder Group affiliated and Snyder Group affiliated. What is the Snyder Group? So, they identify him above. That's all like
Schneider.
his unnamed.
Yeah, Ben
Schneider.
Schneider.
I am never going to pronounce it correctly, so we'll let that one go. But it's all the unnamed co-conspirators.
Yes.
Affiliated and conspired with Brian, Benjamin, and Crystal, who directly and indirectly participated in and supported, aided and abetted, and or promoted Schneider's content creation, publication, and alleged misconduct related to. Wait, are there 10 plaintiffs? I need to know this.
Yeah, is there
it was
name here?
Hang on, we're
they had like 15 John Does, I think.
Oh,
Yes.
somebody
plaintiffs.
was
My
beaten.
bad.
Someone was beaten. They got 15 here. All right.
Yeah.
Crystal was initially employed as a BAM owned entity and corporate employee, store manager for BAM's. Wait a minute. Band owned entity and corporate employees. So Crystal, okay, so that store was originally owned by corporate. See, I was wondering if there was another franchise owner. So
Well, it just says she was originally an employee. It doesn't mean as the owner of the store.
No, but she said that she was the manager of that franchise, and then she was made an offer to buy it. So her and her husband bought that store.
Yeah.
So originally that store was corporate, it sounds like, because she was the manager. Then
Okay.
subsequently, operated Bricks Minifig location in Salem, Oregon. During her tenure, she expressed interest in becoming a private franchisee as the owner with her husband Benjamin and of BAMF Salem.
Not so
One
reckless.
LLC.
Ben.
No, Benjamin is so.
No, I know
Crystal-
he's the not so reckless Ben.
Oh, not so reckless. Yeah. By the way, I did download one of his books in preparation. By the way, Crystal and Benjamin are coming on next Thursday or this Thursday.
Really?
I can't even remember. They're coming on a Lego stream with us.
It's coming soon, yeah.
Coming
It's
soon.
coming up.
So we're gonna get their side of this story firsthand.
We are, and so I actually, because he is an author, I purchased one of his books so I could read it. I got the one. It's something about God. Anyways, it starts off like really funny. Like there's like a bell over God's door or something. I can't remember how it started, but I was like, this is going to be extremely sarcastic, and I'm going to like it. BAM agreed to her proposed private franchise affiliation and purchase transaction with BAM's established franchise agreement structured pursuant to the terms of written. This is so weird. All right, 2/6/2023 franchise agreement FA between BAM and Salem LLC, Crystal and Benjamin, and a February 2nd, 2023 business and asset purchase agreement. You know what's interesting? They don't attach either of these to the complaint. The franchise agreement we have, because Crystal and Ben attached it as an exhibit in their lawsuit, but this asset and purchase agreement, which they're going to rely on heavily to say that consignment agreements aren't allowed, and here's where we have liens on all of their assets, including whatever, Lego might be in the store, they don't attach it. They don't attach it as an exhibit. They keep saying consignments aren't allowed pursuant to these other documents. Attach the documents, man.
Yeah, I feel like that would be an important exhibit to attach to your lawsuit.
I was reading through this earlier, and I was like, oh my God, they don't attach these. Why not?
Well, I think we all know the reason
time,
why.
possibly?
They would just.
What's
It
that?
absolutely gets smoked. Having to show what they're doing.
The Sum of All Gods. Yes, that's the book. The Sum of All Gods. Yeah. So I downloaded it, and I haven't. I read like the first paragraph, and it was something like a bell over the door. In the beginning, there was a bell over a door. So I can't remember exactly how it is. And I was like, this is going to be good. So I got to read that before I think Thursday. So that's what I'll be doing.
You got homework.
I got homework. I always have homework for my guests. Actually, I try to anyway. The APA, Funny enough, the one guest that I did the most homework for is the one that was least enthused by me. The agency confirmed a closing date of February 2nd, 2023, in Section 4.1, directing the Utah law governed this Section 10.3 and required Crystal and Benjamin to timely pay purchase price installments, royalties. So this is what they're going to go into. They're going to say that Crystal and Ben defaulted on those. Now, we know in the other lawsuit that Crystal and Ben are going to say when they transferred the store over to us, they locked us out of the bank account. They didn't give us access to it. They didn't assign the lease over. And all the notices were going to corporate regarding the lease payments. So we didn't know what we were supposed to pay. We didn't know we were in default, and we couldn't get access to the bank account, even if we knew all of this to actually make the payments.
Did you and Bronca talk about this? But the way franchises are done, generally speaking, it's all about like you own the you are the franchisee, and you have like this much rope from the franchisor. In most of these franchise agreements, it doesn't take much.
We did talk about it in general terms. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up something that I had prepared that I didn't really go over with Bronca as much as I wanted to because we got sidetracked. So, I
don't know if that even really matters, right? Because the way that
it just gives you an understanding of how these guys work, like.
Right.
It's not just their corrupt franchisor. A lot of franchises are run pretty ruthlessly.
They are. And so this is I was applying Oregon law because I was looking at it from a standpoint of the corporate being liable for essentially stealing or the conversion, right? We talk about stealing. Yeah. Stealing's a layman's term. Technically, it's civil conversion, which is exercising control over property that you don't actually own, as if it was your own. And so, what I was gonna do with Bronca, and we just didn't get into it, is it page 1? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Okay, let me pull this up. So this is the franchise agreement. This is page 1. This is like the introduction. But it says here that we and our affiliates have developed an comprehensive system for developing and operating bricks and minifigs.
Wow, I need this. I don't think I saw this in your stack of stuff.
Oh, it's in there. It's actually it's attached as an exhibit to Benjamin and Crystal's lawsuit. Distinctive store design and layout, decor and color scheme, vendor relationship, resale methods, advertising methods and strategies, specifications and procedures for quality control, marketing materials, training programs, and certain operational and business standards and policies, all of which we may improve, further develop, or otherwise modify. Bricks and Minifigs franchise will provide programs permitting customers to sell and or trade their Lego and minifigures and accessories sold in bulk or full play sets, Anyways, so this is like the level. This is just the introductory paragraph. This is a 87-page document, so I'm not going to go through it all. But what's interesting, and what I wanted to get into Bronco with, this is a lawsuit, and again, this is Oregon, not Utah. But as it pertains to who owns the Legos and who stole the Lego, this case is interesting. This is a Oregon Court of Appeals case where the McDonald's franchise was sued. This woman basically bit down on a rock in a Happy Meal or something, I don't know, and they sued McDonald's corporate, and McDonald's said no, it's the franchise that's responsible. So they go through this whole analysis, and they say that the manuals that McDonald's puts out detailed information relating to operation of the restaurant. The agreement describes the way in which K3 or 3K, which was the franchise, was to operate the restaurant in considerable detail, just like what we read, right? The agreement required 3K to keep the restaurant open during hours. The defendant prescribed including maintaining adequate supplies and employees adequate personnel to operate at a maximum capacity and efficiency during those hours. They had to keep the restaurant similar in appearance to other McDonald's restaurants. Employees had to wear McDonald's uniforms. It's all about this. And they in Oregon Court of Appeals said that because the level of control that McDonald's corporate had over its franchisees, the buck stops with McDonald's corporate. And that's the same rationale that I think should apply in this particular case. And that's why I think, again, what I said is that the franchisees, Brandon and Josh, might have stole the Legos, but the buck stops with corporate. But yeah, this franchise agreement has so much control
that makes them keep their ice cream machines going all the time.
Well, that's because a friend of theirs is the only company that they're allowed to buy their
Part service, yeah.
from. Yeah, you have to buy all the equipment and stuff from McDonald's approved vendors, just like this, right? One of BAM's arguments is that we couldn't have done it was an unauthorized consignment because we are the only ones that can approve what's sold in the store. But by doing so, you are actually partly defeating your own argument because you're saying we have total control over our franchisees, even though they're free to do whatever they want as long as they do what we tell them to do. You know,
1099 versus W-2 employees.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Actually,
Well, that's a whole nother,
I mean, but just for layman's sake comparison,
yeah.
They're pretending it's like so the IRS came out with this like 21-point test as to whether or not you're truly a W-2 or a 1099 employee.
Yeah.
It's not just what you call yourself. And because a lot of people would say like, oh, they're 1099 contractors, but I tell them what to wear, when to show up, what to do specifically, when to
use my tools,
use my tools, you know, all of that stuff. It's like, well, then they're kind of a W-2 employee. It's the exact situation we have going on here.
I called him a contractor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The more I look into this and the more I get into like the American Police Department and the whole way that thing went down, the more I'm convinced that these guys knew full well what they were doing when they went in there to get this store. And they doubled down thinking that it was just going to go away, that they were going to be able to slip away and nobody was going to do shit about it.
Yeah. Out of a million times, this would have just been some guy getting screwed and you'd be like, oh, wow, that, he'd tell people he knew, oh, wow, man, that sucks.
You know what? I just want to make it a point to point out one of the people in our chat. This story is so big, it's actually brought Ghost out of retirement.
Right.
I haven't seen Ghost in like 2 years, but welcome, Ghost.
Yeah. They were here last week too.
I know.
Crazy.
I wanted to point that out.
Also, John, thank you for the $5 super chat. Told David, be careful with this Sean guy. He's a Florida man and from Ohio. Hugs and kisses.
So why they don't have this APA agreement as an exhibit is beyond me. So paragraph 22, significantly BAM was granted a security interest referenced in the APA section 3 and confirmed in a signed February 2nd, 2023 security agreement. Where's the security agreement? Why isn't that attached?
Yeah.
All accounts, chattels, papers, general intangibles, inventory, and equipment of debtor Salem. So they underlined inventory and equipment here. And all bank accounts. So why didn't the money get paid out to Brian? Because they seized all the bank accounts. Why did they not turn over the Legos? Why didn't Brian or Benjamin and Crystal turn it over? Because corporate seized all the inventory. They're telling on themselves in this complaint.
Yeah.
Yes. And the one thing I think is also important, because I know there's people out there like, oh, well, the UCC filing wouldn't matter because this isn't a situation where people are going out of business and there's like creditors and there's issues about priority. I mean, they've already got
UCC exactly.
The Uniform Commercial Code. It governs how commerce is done. The sale of goods, the way checks clear, security and priority interests. So, for example, like mortgages and liens and creditor status.
Basically, we had a bunch of common law. We had a bunch of common law the way commerce works, and it more or less meshed. But there were some like exceptions, and depending on how you interpreted a thing, it might go one way or the other. And so,
And every state had a little quirk or two.
Yeah, a think tank got together and created this thing called the Uniform Commercial Code. And then every state sort of adapted it almost entirely as it was. There's some few changes. But what it says is like when we're dealing in, as relevant to this case, when we're dealing in goods, how are we going to make sure that, you know, if someone manufactures something and then stores it in a warehouse and then sells that product to somebody else, how is that, you know, new owner going to go get their stuff? Well, if we don't have an actual agreement as to specifically how that's going to happen, the UCC controls. That's essentially what we have. And so everyone's pointing to the UCC because if we have an agreement and it doesn't really specify some things, then we turn to the UCC. That's what it's there for. Yeah. And so everyone's saying, well, he didn't perfect his interest under the UCC. The other advantage to the UCC is that every Secretary of State in every state has a repository where you can file UCC holdings and say, this particular item is mine, and I'm no matter who is in possession of it, it's mine until I, you know, sell it off. And so that acts as sort of a default that unless someone can prove otherwise, then it's yours. And so that's why it's important, and that's why people are referencing it in this particular case. But it is absolutely not required. It's for these Legos to still be Brian's. It just is an added level of protection that he didn't take advantage of. Does that sound right?
Well, would it have helped him? I mean, if BAM tried to deny this existed, maybe. But right off the bat, they have all the proof that BAM has it. When it comes to the order, like this is just to protect you in case BAM itself went out of business tomorrow and there are creditors pounding on the door like JP Morgan's like, we want our asset, we want to be made whole. You could say, no, that's my stuff, you can't take it.
And then JP Morgan would
have to say, okay, you're right. In this case, the UCC doesn't matter because they literally just stole his stuff.
Now, there is an exception under Oregon law with regarding to, or not an exception. There's a rule that basically says if corporate knew, because corporate's the lien holder, they're like the bank in this situation. And if they had knowledge that the consignment existed, then they cannot take it. And taking it would essentially be conversion, civil theft, or stealing. And because of the security videos that we have that were made available by Benjamin and Crystal, where clearly corporate agents were aware that this consignment existed, no matter what they do, they will have an extremely difficult time arguing that they didn't convert the goods. And so that actually goes to the heart of this lawsuit, which is underlying this entire lawsuit. We can go through all 89 pages of or 98 pages of it. But underlying the heart of this lawsuit is the idea that Reckless Ben, in conjunction with Brian and unnamed others, defamed and placed BAM in false light, which is essentially defamation with extra words, based on the idea that they stole this man's Star Wars Lego. And what is an ultimate defense? Always to defamation. Wendy, go.
Truth.
Well, thank you, Valhalla.
The truth.
Truth is always an absolute defense for defamation.
Exactly.
In every single situation.
Say it again, Valhalla.
In every single situation.
Ben Schneider, Reckless Ben.
There, you said it right. Good job.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but let's see. An item put on consignment, the donor gets paid based on the purchase price. Well, I mean, it's really whatever the agreement is. So if the agreement is you sell this widget, and no matter what you sell it for, I'm getting my $10 as the consignee or consignor rather, then that's the agreement. If it's a percentage of the price, then that's the agreement. And then you can also set purchase price. You know, those UPC codes are set by usually the manufacturer, not the stores that they're sitting in.
Yeah.
So
it's like going to gun stores suck when people have crap on consignment. You're like, it's not worth what they want. You're like, oh well.
Speaking of, are you excited to be in a more freeing state now with regard to?
No, actually, Ohio is more free than Florida was for the longest time. So
Really?
Florida's just catching up.
Oh, okay. Well,
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Free. I don't get it.
Not
like
you.
like a lot of.
Oh, none of us are there. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, because we think of Florida as super conservative, where my people do. We're like, oh, we think of it as all red. But isn't Ohio one of the swing states? Like, so it's kind of
Not anymore. It hasn't been for a while.
okay.
Florida's not really a swing state anymore either.
It's pretty
No,
red.
it's pretty red.
Yeah.
Love
That's
Law
been
Tube.
a while.
Could he have put in a restraining order and so they couldn't sell it? Yeah. So a lot of people have commented about this. It's like, Reckless Ben went the wrong way about this. They should have filed suit. They should have gotten an injunction. And I will say that, yes, as a lawyer, that's what they should have done. But for whatever reason,
here
they
now.
didn't. We're here
Yeah.
now. And it sounds like Reckless Ben, who I still argue is the current owner of the Lego sets, or at least
Him and his nine
$10,000 worth of them. Yeah. They could do that now. But that I don't think was the goal. And in fact, let's listen to Reckless Ben answer some questions. Why don't we listen to that a little bit? Because I don't think that he should be talking. But again, he's not doing it to get a legal victory. That's my opinion. I can't see that he's doing this for a legal victory. I think he even says so. But he's doing it to bring light and attention to the issue. And I think he's done a pretty good job of it. So he posted.
Hard to argue otherwise, actually.
Reckless Ben has another channel. It's called Ben Schneider. It's just his name apparently. And so he does this where he's answering questions about like people have been posting. So listen to this real quick while I keep building my Lego.
In this video, I'll be trying to answer some of the top questions the internet has about this.
Is he too loud? He seems really loud.
No.
Is he too loud for you guys?
No.
No, he's okay for me.
Okay.
whole Lego thing that's been going on. Probably the number one question I've been asked is, why didn't you just get a lawyer?
Why not just get a lawyer that you like and just go get a fucking restraining order, a TRO to, an injunction to prevent them from doing anything with the Legos?
Because he's not a lawyer.
I mean, now you basically have lured this queen of Legos that you've crowned into the fucking woods and doing all this crazy shit.
Okay,
That was funny.
I want to comment about this because as a lawyer, yes, he should have just gotten a lawyer, but it would not have made for the great content that we have.
Right.
Yeah,
Right?
he shouldn't have done all this stuff. It wouldn't have been funny.
It wouldn't have been
Lawyers
funny.
don't let you engage in lulls.
Nobody would have known about it. Presumably, actually, and it looks like in the franchise agreement, there's an arbitration clause. So it wouldn't even have been in a public courtroom.
Might have been over by now.
Yeah, and it would have been over by now. And nobody would have known that this company had their hand in all this shenanigans. And that's kind of the purpose of the First Amendment, right? Is to bring attention to something that's, yeah, it's toys, but it's also $200,000 worth of toys. So it's kind of important. There's been murder trials over a tenth of this value, right?
Right.
or less.
People have been. I've seen a guy get murdered for $10 in his wallet.
Yeah, I mean, this is not an insignificant amount of money.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Wendy.
Did you see the question? Sorry, David. I kind of wonder if he didn't buy them and distribute them to his franchise before it all started. Thank you, man, for the $5 super chat.
Who? Say that again.
I kind of wonder, man is wondering if he didn't buy them and distribute them to his franchises before it all started.
If you're talking about
comment.
Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best when they first took over the store, starting to ship them out before anybody caught on.
No, I think he's
that
talking
wouldn't
about
surprise
the
me.
CEO doing it. After maybe. I don't know. Either
could
way,
be. I
but you
know
see-
that Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best were both owners of the Eugene franchise as well, and it's ambiguous as to whether Brandon Best is still an owner at that franchise. I'm not sure.
Well, according to a recent press release, they have severed ties with Josh and Brandon entirely. We have parted ways with franchise owners Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson due to a devastating social media campaign. I mean, so if they were franchise owners before all of this, owners of other franchises, I don't think they are now.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they made this press conference or whatever, and then somebody looked into it, and the Eugene store still had him listed.
Well, I'm sure there's all kinds of fuckery about.
Yeah.
Jar Jars, I would happily create more content if work would allow it. I'm going to blame work.
Oh, stupid work.
Yeah.
Did you ever get permission to stream the hearing?
Oh, I filed my notice of media coverage with the Utah courts and said that I'm going to stream it live. Live streaming is what I put down there. I put on all of my credentials. As you know, Making Law Simple Network is a legally recognized media company out of Florida, out of Ohio, and out of Michigan. So I'm hoping that will give me enough credit to get me to Utah courts.
And what that means to those of you in chat that aren't sure, we might be covering the trial. We might be live streaming the trial and presenting it to you in real time.
We have, that's exactly what it means. We have a hearing coming up on the 22nd for the TRO.
Oh, well, there you go.
What's that?
Didn't know you're incorporated in Florida.
I'm not incorporated, but I have been recognized by the Florida court systems as a media entity. I have my press pass with various courts down there. In fact, Steve Gosney
was a court reporter for you.
He's my field reporter. We both have press passes out of Florida. So I'm hoping that will carry some weight, that in Michigan and Ohio. And so they will grant my request for media coverage. All right. So let's why he didn't get a lawyer. Let's hear his answer.
Well, first off, when I made this video, I didn't have nearly enough money for a lawyer. Basically, my entire YouTube career has just been demonetized. My last video got taken down, incorrectly taken down. Shadow banned me. YouTube keeps taking down all my videos. They removed 3 of my videos. Right now, I'm 100% censored. Basically, my entire YouTube career, I've been demonetized, and my videos just get taken down for no reason.
All right, Sean, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think he's talking too much? Talking about his YouTube channels or videos getting taken down.
I mean, it's like what, and that may give some fuel to say, well, why are they taken down? If this gets a discovery, what are you doing?
That was kind of my thought, right? And that's kind of what Runkle thought too. He was like, you shouldn't be saying this because it could lead to an inference of you being seen as not an actual journalist, but someone who's just sort of trolling and maliciously going after people to the point where all of your videos are getting taken down.
That makes me feel good that I'm on the same wavelength as Runkle.
Yeah,
because I'm always going up against powerful corporations. I've only ever been able to afford rent and basic food, and
well, that also makes you sound like you're money grubbing.
So getting a lawyer for this video was not really an option. And I just got a lawyer. I wouldn't be able to show.
Thank you, Silas. Welcome to the Goat Herd.
Because the lawyers would have just talked it out. Basically, the whole point of my channel is kind of just showing how companies can just take it.
What's that?
The way he's like, I don't make any money. This almost sounds like this is a Jefferson's theme song playing for him now. Moving on. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. This is, once again, guys, you can, not even in a criminal case, you could say very mundane things. Oh, no, that was, it sounds very innocuous, but look, you might say, wow, Sean, yes, our job is to be assholes about this and find every little thing and be persnickety. What did you mean by this? What did you mean by that?
Well, the law is a very technical field, and it likes the words and it likes the meanings of the words and it likes to use those. And so when you just start saying things that you really don't, understand the implications of, and we'll get into that in a little bit here as this video goes on.
And
It could
Bryce
get you
wants
into a
us-
lot of trouble.
Pull up his case on X, Bryce Jones.
Pull up what?
Pull up my case on X, please.
Pull up your case on X. Well, DM me on X, and
Yeah.
I'll take a look. I'm everywhere on X.
Advantage of the small guy. And once you get lawyers involved, you don't really get to see that as much, I guess. Basically, I wanted this whole Lego video to be from the perspective of just some average person that a company's bullying without any resources. And can this average person stand up to a corporation without a lawyer? You know, like, can we be creative?
So this is a science experiment, Mr. Schneider. Is this what your goal is?
You know what?
You're
I'm
not
going to
getting
stand by
successful.
him on this. I like this
I'm with him
idea.
on this one. Actually,
I'm with
No,
him on
understand,
this.
This is what's going to get in the deposition. Is this a science experiment for you? Is this a joke? Maybe it really is all about clout.
Was it a joke when you stole this dying man's Lego? That's what the
Right?
response should be.
Oh no, I understand. I'm just saying, like, this is you
He's
just
just-
got to be prepared what you're setting yourself up for when you start blabbing
I'm almost-
about.
Like,
he's simply demonstrating how ridiculous the law has gotten for the simple.
Oh,
man.
I think that's his point, but I'm just saying it's Bam's lawyers are going to be complete assholes, and this is what they're going to do.
For
no,
sure.
I absolutely agree. And if I was Bam's attorneys, I'd be eating this up and I'd be ready to, depose him. But I still, at the end of the day, I'd be trying to tell my clients to settle.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
no, they
settle.
should, I'd be screaming at them to settle already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If they
and
take this all the way to court, they're gonna lose so
Besides,
much in PR.
They're a corporation. It's not like it's your money. It's all tax write-offs. Like, why are they so obsessed about digging in on this? Like, write it all off. You cut them their check for $100K. Write it off as a loss. You're a corporation. We cheat on our taxes left, right, and center anyway. What's the holdup here?
all right, here's my thoughts on this. I think they got into a bad way with
Mhm.
Josh and Brandon. I think they
Yeah.
might even have been taking advice from the two of them to the point where they screwed up royally, and they thought that this would kind of go away, and then it blew up in their face, and they did the exact wrong thing. They responded in the exact wrong way, and then it blew up more. And so, like an animal that's sort of like cornered and just lashing out blindly, they react the wrong way again. That's what I think this amounts to. And at the end of the day, if they had just resolved it quietly, then none of this would have happened. But they were too dumb to realize this.
Yeah.
They're
No,
gonna
I
take
could
down
see
a
that.
whole police department with them too. This whole thing is so crazy.
Well, I
Oh,
don't
the-
care about those guys. Screw them.
They're going
Yeah.
down though. They if they don't get the absolute ball suit off of them and their children, they violated all these kids' rights.
So Sheldon, by the way, the one gentleman who got his phone taken from him by the cops, he has claimed, and we will see if he wants to continue with that, with the claim that he is going to sue the American
better.
Fork Police Department. He'll be on a Lego stream too on the 16th, I
Yes.
think. Yeah, he'll be
Oh,
coming.
nice.
He'll be
He's
joining us
coming
on
up.
that. Yeah. So
They doxed his social security number, Dave. It wasn't a hack. That was the police department themselves. This was a correction from the last stream we did.
it was an accident. It was an
That
accident.
doesn't matter. You can't do that.
So, Sean,
And
if
I
you don't
also-
know, the American Fork Police
Yeah, I
Department
saw that. They
accidentally
put all the-
released it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, well, policing in modern America,
They're so screwed.
After his
So
weird,
Not
creepy
really.
sex
I mean,
robot
no.
video.
No, man, qualified immunity. Like, people get murdered by the police, and they just go oopsie poopsie. And the court goes, yeah, oopsie poopsie, sorry, no recovery.
It's. I'm not saying that he's going to sue him or that he'll have a cause of action for the accidental doxing of his social security number and stuff. What I'm saying is that he has a cause of action under 1983 for the way they conducted and arrested him for literally hanging a sign and then taking his phone. And I don't know if he received a charge for destruction of evidence.
Even then,
but
it's
that's
gonna
what
be
he was
tough.
putting.
And that's because in the 1983 cases, all the cops have to do is I like to call it the John Coffey defense, and they go, "Oh, we simple police folk, we didn't know no better, boss." And the court
That doesn't fly
usually goes,
anymore.
"Yeah, you're right. You didn't know no better."
That doesn't fly anymore. I don't think
Terra
that flies
Oracle
anymore.
A
original.
lot of times it still does.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. Tara wants to know, how much total loss do you think this will cost BAM in the end?
I don't think
Everything.
they're going to recover.
I hope
I don't think they'll
everything.
recover.
I hope they don't.
Well,
I'm sick of bullies.
my understanding is, and this is based off of one former franchise owner's interview, is that the bulk of BAM corporate comes from the initial franchise fees, which is around $40,000 per franchise, and then I think 6% of the sales. But the bulk of it, what they were banking on, is expanding. Like from 2023 through 2026, they were expanding. They were selling franchises like they were going out of style. And I have to believe that the requests for new franchises have slowed down dramatically as a result of this.
Oh, yeah.
And if that's the case, they are hemorrhaging money, because I have to believe that they leveraged a lot. They didn't just buy this corporate entity for cash. They didn't just fund it with cash. They have bank loans, and those bank loans are coming due, and there's no more money coming in. Or
And that
significantly less money coming in.
I think you and Bronco mentioned this, but yeah, they're in the business of selling franchises.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you can't sell
There's no
anymore,
money in reselling Legos, really.
Yeah. Their business is not Lego. Their business is franchising, and they're not selling. I have to imagine they're not selling. I saw a news article from actually a franchise in Ohio where they were getting harassed a little bit as a result of this.
Is that the
and
one
people
that
are leaving them
closed for a
voicemail.
week?
Yeah, it
Was
closed
that
for
the
a
one where there
week.
was the fight?
I'm sorry?
Was that the one where there was the fight recently?
I didn't hear about a fight. They
didn't
were
hear about a
closing
fight.
for a week because they wanted this whole story to blow over, and then they were going to do like a grand opening. So if that is in fact how a lot of these things are going, then people aren't going to be interested in opening or expanding, and they might be closing for a week, and then that's going to drive down sales. So corporate's not going to get their sales, and that's the biggest impact that they're going to get. It's not so much the individual sales at the franchise stores; it's that people aren't opening new franchises or expanding.
And if they cause this, I wonder if there's enough grounds for me as a franchise owner to sue.
Yeah. In the franchise agreement, that first paragraph talks about how the image of BAM, Bricks and Minifigs, is all what corporate does. Like corporate manages the image of this organization. And you could see that as an implication or an implied sort of agreement. Like, hey, all right, then if you guys do something to screw up the image, then that's on you, right?
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Because
right?
normally they're going to say, like, you're destroying our image as a franchisee. Like, that would be something they would come in to move on. And it's like, well, now you've got like 400 franchisees. Like, dude, you're killing our business.
Rexy has a question. T-Rex Travels, thank you for the $5 super chat. Why do people keep talking about Utah law? I thought that the crime actually took place in Washington or Oregon. This particular franchise was in Oregon, by the way, but yes. Go ahead.
The crime of stealing the Legos took place in Oregon. All of the stalking and harassment allegations took place in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're dealing with two different sets of laws. And depending on what aspect of the case you're talking about, either Utah or Oregon law controls. So that's why we're talking about.
Yeah. Did you take a class on that, David?
What's
conflict of laws? They offered that in my law school.
I did, and I don't remember it, except I looked it up, and I am convinced that the Lego theft issue is going to be under Oregon law, and the harassment sort of angle of things is going to be under Utah law.
And I think that makes sense.
Yeah, because mainly it's where like the primary action took place. And so and the franchise agreement says that Utah law controls, but the consignment agreement says that Oregon law controls. So again, depending on what you're looking at, if you're trying to analyze, what are the rights of Brian under the consignment agreement, then you're going to use Utah law. And that's why I say corporate's going to be responsible. Even under the same analysis in Utah, I would argue.
I think you misspoke. You said Utah law. I believe you meant Oregon.
I think most states would protect the consignment because everybody's acknowledged it's his. And that
yeah, under Utah law, though, there's a weird thing that it says that the so the difference between Utah and Oregon says as long as corporate knew or had constructive knowledge, they're on the hook. Whereas Utah law says that they had to have known that the store sold consignments as part of their regular business. And their argument that they didn't know and they don't authorize these and they don't allow these might argue against that. So under Utah law, Brian might actually lose, but I don't think Utah law controls.
Yeah, but I think you have problems with now the statements from Eamon McNeff where he's like, "Oh yeah, no, we know all about this, and we found the moon dust on the stuff, and we're ready to, make them whole." Okay, well,
this is why you don't talk, right? This is why Reckless Ben shouldn't be talking. This is why Eamon shouldn't be talking. But they keep talking.
Is authorizing.
They just thought this guy was. They just thought this guy was some idiot, right? They didn't realize what they were dealing with until it was way too late.
He is an idiot, but they forgot to make sure they weren't idiots too.
Well, they also knew that he was a YouTuber in March when he was in Utah. Because they say on the body cam, in the body cam, in the unredacted body cam, when they're talking to Josh and Eamon, for some ungodly reason, is on the phone telling the cops what to do. And the cops are listening to him doing that whole conversation. They say, yeah, he's a YouTuber. He's down here harassing us because he's working with this guy who consigned Legos to one of our stores in Oregon. They know exactly who he is.
But I don't think they knew who, he's
by then though, the lawsuit had already been filed the first time around.
Right. I think their kids said, "Oh,
you mean the first small claim lawsuits?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's probably. I think Ben talked about it in this video. Even somewhere around then is when they figured out who he was.
Yeah, they didn't know right away. A lot of people in chat were talking about there was another franchise that I believe, I forgot which state it was in. It's either Florida or Washington State.
Probably
I don't know.
Florida.
That that's the same type of thing may or may not have happened to. Maybe not the exact same scenario, but problems. But Bloodbath for $5 asks says more people need to see the interview another franchise owner did. The same thing that happened to Crystal happened to him, plus left him in debt. Apparently, they if chat's correct, they left him with a $5,000 rent bill too.
Okay, so this is what happened with that guy. So part of, at least as I recall the interview being, right, part of Bricks and Minifigs sort of MO, and I'm completely lost on where this goes, is that they select the location as well. So when you go to do a franchise, they say, all right, here's your region and here's your location. So they recommended a location to this guy that was basically a dead location. He said when he first opened, like his opening weekend or something like that, he was killing it. He did, I think he said $16,000 worth of sales that first weekend. And then it just dropped off because they were off the beaten path and nobody found them. And then he said that corporate was not there to help. Once they got their money, they ran, and corporate was not going to help them.
Franchise world.
I apologize. $500,000 rent bill, not $5,000.
Yeah. And so when you open these franchises, also you open them up in an LLC or your own name, if you want to, but you take on all the liability for everything, even though corporate is telling you where to put the store and what to sell and all of this stuff, and then the buck stops with you with regard to the local
predatory.
Right?
Me,
well,
right?
yeah,
Like this is.
All franchises are predatory.
It's like getting a timeshare. Don't do it.
That's what I said.
Well,
I was like,
you know,
it's like a timeshare.
You know,
absent places
fried
like McDonald's, but even then, I've heard the stories. Like it is, these corporations are ruthless, and if you won't make, it's like working for the mob. If you don't make your vig, they'll find someone who will. They'll give your crew to someone else. You know, Tony wants his number every month.
So
Fried
according to the
digested, it sounds
lawsuits,
very LuLaRoe. How was it? LuLaRoe? Remember that?
Yeah, they're all like this.
Yeah.
so according to the various lawsuits that I've been reading, there was a obligation for the franchise fee of $40,000 plus inventory fees. It was something like $90-some thousand that Ben and Crystal had to pay up front, and they'll probably correct me if I'm wrong. And then on that, it was essentially seller financing, where Bricks and Minifig Corporate was financing the deal. So then when they defaulted, they said, "Oh, well, you owe us all this money, and we'll just go ahead and take it in the form of your inventory," because they had the lien on everything, and that's where the Star Wars Legos went missing.
Marlene asked a great question. What's the difference between this and an MLM?
Yeah, good question.
People have a bad time with people have a bad time with this. Will tell you nothing, but you know, it's like if you own a McDonald's franchise, it's literally an ATM machine if you do it right.
Yep.
But like if you're, but it's kind of one of these deals where like you hear all these things like do a matinee, like the Mathnasium commercials and all this crap. Unless you're doing something like fast food or something like people will buy left and right and center, most of these franchise things are just scams.
This
like
feels
that's
very
what
scammy.
Just like MLM.
Extremely scammy.
Yeah, it's an MLM. You default, then they get it all back and they sell it to some other bozo who tries.
Yeah.
Who thinks they can do it better.
What's an MLM? Am I being stupid?
Multi-level marketing. It's a pyramid scheme.
Got it.
Pyramid
Got it.
scheme.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Remember, it's not a pyramid scheme. If they explain to you that what a pyramid scheme is and why they're not it, they're probably a pyramid scheme.
It's just like cults.
No,
cult
that happens.
Yeah.
I remember in college all the time. Listen, guys, you might think we're a pyramid scheme, but we're not a pyramid scheme. And they say, here's what a pyramid scheme. And they have a slide, a PowerPoint slide. Yeah. And then they're like, this is a pyramid scheme. And you're like, well, what about you guys? Well, we're like this too. But we're not a pyramid scheme.
Jacob, the solar guy, came to my door today, and I sat him down it was a beautiful day, so I wanted to sit outside. And I go, "So what's your scheme? What's your scam? What do you want from me?" Well, know, he named my local power company. You know, they're ripping you off. And I go, "Okay, so when I sell my house in 3 years, tell me what's going to happen to who's going to buy my house when I owe $80,000 to your solar, you know?" Oh,
yeah.
Exactly, Wendy.
What was that big one that was all over like Facebook when it was the only social media available like 10, 15 years ago? It Works or something.
I have
no idea.
It was
they were just particular. They were just targeting you.
Yeah, on Facebook, it's like which ones,
right?
Yeah, it was like,
you know, it's like the crap on Rumble. All
right, okay, all right. Let's keep going.
By the way, they send good-looking guys out, which is really not fair.
How stand up to this corporation, you know, to incentivize maybe a lot of people watching that don't have lawyers. Can we incentivize those people to go out and maybe stand up to the big guy? You know, if you're in school, like someone's bullying you, like maybe stand up to the bully, like you have more power than you think, you know? And I think just getting a lawyer involved would have like basically thrown that whole message in the garbage. So that's why.
You have more power than you think.
Next one, why did you talk to the police? When I first got to the detective room.
Hold on, wait. You have more power than you think. No, don't you need help fighting bad people. No, don't go hire the ex-cowboy gunman that's sitting right there to help you fight off the bad guys. No, you could do it yourself, King. It's like
he's 30. He really
I like his moxie. I like you.
Yeah, you don't need a bazooka. Just go attack this tank with a rock.
I'm a fan.
I'm a huge fan.
God, when you're 30, you really think you can change the world.
I think he absolutely had the right goal in mind. Wait.
Arguably, he might be changing the world.
Yeah, he just might. Brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
Yes, inch by inch, row by row.
What is that now?
Michael, row your boat ashore.
You never heard that song?
No, I've never.
I don't think
Peter,
so.
Paul, Mary, the inch by inch, row by row. They're gonna make this
That
garden
song?
grow.
No, I have never heard that song. All right, we got Savvy Turtle with a $50 super chat. Thank you very much. Wendy, you want to read
so
for us?
much. I would love
Monster.
to. Josh is a current corporate employee of BAM. So it matters not that BAM PR switcheroo public face store. Okay, let me start over. Josh is a current corporate employee of BAM. So it matters not that BAM PR switcheroo public face story of parting ways.
Yeah, I think
so.
there's some bullshit in that story, honestly.
So you
I
think
they
this
just-
this is all BS that he's not actually terminated or
No.
parting ways?
I don't think he is. Man. I think they just did like a Catholic priest and moved him to a different little region.
Well, so
Yeah.
they said this though publicly, right? And so when it comes time for
Because they're really
Reckless
good
Ben's-
at telling the truth, Dave.
No,
Really
no,
good
but,
at
but
it.
here's my point, and Sean, back me up. This
They
is
rehomed
now,
him like Chloe.
this
dog.
is now
Exactly.
public. And so when Eamon needs to sit down for his deposition, and they're like,
Mhm.
so you parted ways with Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson, right? No, we didn't. But you said you did.
Yeah.
So why would you put this lie
Well, he's
out
still
here?
a corporate employee, and he was a corporate employee the whole time. Well, he was also a franchisee. Well,
Yeah,
how do
he's
you
no longer a
differentiate
franchisee.
between those two?
Yeah,
And he's
exactly.
going to go humming.
Yeah,
He's no
this-
longer the franchisee at that specific store. So
There's going to be a
technically
lot
it's
of
true.
coke sipping from that man.
There's
Mhm.
going to be a
100%.
lot, and
He's going to be
not
praying
gonna
to Brigham Young before that depot's over.
he's not going to be able to answer this in a way that's going to be satisfactory for his attorneys. This was horrible, but this also is like, okay, so if he says yes, we parted ways with Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson. Oh, so you admit that they were negligent in their handling of the exchange of the franchise?
Yeah, why
and
did you
running of the
fire
franchise?
him?
Either way,
Wait.
they're screwed. That's kind of
Yeah,
my
so you
point.
don't
BAM
admit
is
it.
screwed by this statement.
Savvy Turtle
Everything
looks like
they've
some of those
done.
guys. Look at his picture. He looks like some of the BAM guys.
Savvy Turtle,
Savvy.
are you
related?
are you part of this? If you are,
But
Hit
and
me
if
up.
you are, come on the Lego stream.
How do you look Mormon? What are you guys saying right now?
no,
No.
he looks like one of the guys that's running with
I
Reckless
didn't
Ben.
say. They all look
Racist.
amazing.
Mormon drink pop right now. That's the-
Racism.
They got my kid hooked on the new soda pop. How do you call it? Dirty sodas.
Dirty soda.
As long as your kid's not soaking, that's all that matters.
She
Yeah.
better not be.
Sean, can you
She
just
better
go ahead?
not
This is from Lefty, of course. Sean, can you just go argue against whatever Dave's point are, just to get him going?
God damn it, David, you're such wrong.
Thank you.
You know your horses. You better say goodbye. Goodbye, horses.
Oh, you know what? I don't have my not for
Oh,
sale sign up
Lefty.
behind me. It's in the garage.
You know what else? Boats suck.
Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. You notice I didn't thank Lefty on the last one.
Thank you,
I won't believe they are
Lefty.
separated until Denotions.
Shit panel. Thank you. Oh my god.
Denotions
That's
is
so
no
nice.
longer representing Brendan and Josh. Oh, the firm. I'm sorry. Okay. So
Well, that's another issue.
yeah,
Would they be
that is
able to
another issue.
represent them
Well,
if they were separated? If
they were
fired, if
corporate.
didn't-
They were corporate at the time, so technically, are they sued individually?
So they would have some
Individual
corporate
partners.
protection, but it's only going to go so far.
Yeah, it's not going to be for like everything like it was.
Yeah, but even then, it's just that looks really bad. And like, if this gets to a jury, it just looks super sus.
Yeah.
They're so
remember-
screwed.
Oh my god, my
you
neighbor!
get
Like, I don't think my windows work. Did you guys hear that?
And we
Yeah,
did.
that
Yeah.
was crazy.
Wow. I gotta go
That's
to scream at it. I'm trying to live stream.
This is going to be a new adventure for Sean. Wendy, do you want to get the membership chats? I don't know whose membership those are.
I do. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Robert Lawrence. And on behalf of Sean,
For
gift of
10.
10 potential
Oh.
criminal membership.
Nice.
Thank
That is
you.
so nice. And I love that red color. That looks gorgeous.
I know it's very. They change these things. I think it's meant to make us feel better. If you don't normally get like red boys or
Yeah.
pink ones, it's like it makes you feel like you're like yay.
It does. Very.
Or when you get your when you get the red ones.
The $100 super chat. By the way, all super chats are never.
I love you, no, if you're out there.
But welcome. We love y'all. Thank you so much.
So we have this is I think a member of my channel.
Mario. No, it's mine
Your
too.
channel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
client, I blitz an anti-slap based on the TRO seeking a preliminary injunction on defamation. Leverage the fees into settlement.
But remember, Ben doesn't want a lawyer, so there's no lawyer to be had.
Well, Sean, does it make you feel better if his lawyer is legal?
He's got legal.
I know they're talking. Yeah,
they're talking.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's almost worse for him.
What's now? He would have to get an attorney.
Attorneys around. Yeah, ask him how his FOIA case against Trump went.
Would he have to get a Utah-based attorney or a federal? He would have to. Get
so you can do what's called pro hoc vice. So, like Legal Eagle could find an attorney out in Utah, and he could tap in for a temporary basis, and that Utah attorney basically co-signs for him.
Okay.
I believe Legal Eagle was trying to find him an attorney and not take it himself. He was just kind of giving him guidance, but I don't really know that to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get Robert Barnes on the panel? Which one of us is Robert Barnes?
We don't need. Thank you, Permazial.
Robert Barnes would not help here too much.
I was gonna super chat at Viva yesterday when him and Barnes were talking about this. I was like, you get a senior citizen that knows nothing about Lego on there to talk about this. Why don't you get me next time? And then
Savvy Turtle, you're so cool. Just thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm just a normal person like all of you. Feel free to Google me brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
I think we got another. We have so many super chats. I just want to get through them, and then I'm going to continue on with this video.
Yeah.
Marla Hughes, because MLS is kind of a big deal. I don't think it's kind of a big deal, but
is that really that, Marla? Like all that?
Yep.
Crap blowing over here. Okay, interesting.
Thank you, Marla.
Yeah, that's Florida. Hi, Marla.
He is a big deal. I'm his number one stalker. I should know.
We got a $1.99 test.
Right.
Oh my God! What are you next to a freeway?
No, I just have a neighbor. Like I live in I have like Florida man neighborhood.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys don't really put like insulation in your walls or anything, right?
I don't know. I feel like the window's open, but I know it's not.
It's so loud. Sean's gonna have issues, I predict. All right, Sean, is it ever a good idea to talk to the police?
Like if you're like, I'm in a well, help me, I'm dying, maybe, but otherwise no.
Okay, fair enough.
Throw that whole message in the garbage. So that's why I didn't really get a lawyer. The next one, why did you talk to the police? When I first got to the detective room, I was under the assumption that they were going to throw me in jail for maybe a month without bail for all these crimes that I just didn't commit. Like,
you know what would happen if you talked to a lawyer? You wouldn't have had to worry about that.
That's true.
Holy shit.
Okay.
It's like there's a theme here.
They already have you arrested.
A lawyer would have told you no.
They've already arrested you. All right. Yeah. So this isn't the situation where they're bringing you in for questioning or questioning you on the side of the street. But even in that situation, don't talk. But they've already arrested you. They have enough to arrest you because they just did. Nothing you say will help you. It will only hurt you. So
even in Ben's situation where he believed that he was legally doing the right thing and the cops just misunderstood what was happening and he could explain his way out of it, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Like on the side of the road, right? When the cops come up and they're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, well, we're serving papers. Okay. At least you gave them like an excuse, right? But that's all you have to say. You don't have to tell them the whole story. You shouldn't tell them the whole story. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying it didn't make for great content, but legally speaking, you shouldn't be saying anything other than we're hanging out here in a public space doing public legal things.
I'm doing something legally protected.
Yes, exactly. And that is all.
heroin in our car. Like they thought all this stuff was untrue. And if
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure
say
you can,
anything,
Lefty.
then I'm automatically screwed is what they made it seem like.
Do you wish to speak with me?
Listen, if I say no, then I go to jail.
I mean, I can't.
Sir, you're already in jail. I mean, you're already been arrested and transported. He's sitting in the cell, or not a cell. He's sitting in an interrogation room while his buddies are sitting in a cell.
This is also a great example when keep like it's all fun and games when you're out there waving your dick around, and now you're sitting there. It's like, I don't know what to say, officer. Like come on,
like
buddy.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have to ask you some questions. I'm just confused with.
Yeah, I want to share my side. Yeah, I think there's a lot of,
What's your point?
lies around that can grab
Okay.
stuff on.
But if I talk and show them that it's all misunderstanding, then I can get let free.
Exactly.
So I basically gave like an hour and a half long spiel, and they couldn't find anything really that I was doing that was illegal except for the GoFundMe. And they're like, yeah, you made this GoFundMe. And I personally thought that a GoFundMe was a safe, legal way to raise money for a family.
It is.
It is.
Turns out
This way you don't fucking talk to the cops.
it goes back to the previous statement.
Exactly. That's his biggest mistake here. He got
All right, this
arrested
is
because he
illegal.
talked to the cops.
This is illegal. You know what you should say? Talk to my lawyer. And then when the lawyer they call, Mr. Attorney, he's doing a GoFundMe. And I tell him, go fuck yourself. Go fight real crime. And I laugh at him. It's
Right?
like, I
As you
dare you to go to court with this. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God, I am destroying this Lego set. I
Sorry.
cannot focus. No.
I'm reading hard, chat.
Where it was like, I want to show the injustice of the police department. Like I'll sacrifice like me going to jail if it gets to show the world, like, look at what the police are trying to do. You know what I mean? If I would have just stayed quiet, then where's the story in that? Like, what are we exposing now? It's like,
I
You didn't
respect
go to
it.
jail, though.
so it's like, if
I
was
respect
talking to
it.
the police and they find some crazy reason.
Well, he's making himself into a martyr a little bit, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. You can do that. Just understand what you're getting yourself into. And
Yeah.
for the average citizen who doesn't really want to get arrested for a cause, maybe don't talk to the police. That's
Yeah. You're just making too much sense, man.
to throw me in jail. Now I get to be like, hey, look how corrupt our police department is. Maybe we can change something. And so that was kind of my thought process. But yeah, on to the next question. So Bricks and Minifigs is suing me because they said my entire documentary is just full of lies. And then when I ask them like what the lies are, the one thing they always point to is that I sued a fake LLC and this whole lawsuit was completely fake. A lot of people on the internet went out and started looking up the court records, and they saw that I sued a company called L2 Bricks LLC when the company I should have sued was Baker Bricks LLC.
As well as some of like the claims you made about the small claims court default judgment victory, things like that. All of that is what's now being thrown into a bit of disarray. I'm curious to see Ben's response to it.
That happens all the time, though.
Give his side of things on.
What's that?
That happens all the time. He sued the wrong entity.
Yeah,
That's
right.
not like a whole thing. Like people, like attorneys do that too. You sued, like you didn't sue the right LLC. The guy owns 5, and which LLC owns the assets. That's not like
Yeah.
that.
No,
is
that's
totally,
no. That's kind of the
Yeah.
point I was making the other day is that, attorneys get it wrong sometimes too. What I think is what some people are pointing out might be considered disingenuous is that he said, "Oh, I got a default, I won," when he didn't get a default judgment, and he didn't get a default judgment because the entities didn't exist. At least that's from what I hear. I don't know why. I think they ended up dismissing the case because he didn't actually serve the entity because it didn't exist, something along those lines. But again, he's not a lawyer. He's doing this for entertainment. He's not doing it for legal education. So he's leaving out parts. All right. And again, like Sean said, attorneys sometimes get it wrong too.
What?
Yeah. We're not perfect as much as
I know.
as much as I think I am.
that conversation now.
They sue a bunch of people and lose a lawsuit.
To sue Bricks and Minifigs. I looked up what LLC we should sue them for. And when I looked them up on the Oregon Business Registry website, there was no LLC for this address. I mean, there was like Bricks L2 LLC that ended in 2024 when corporate took over the store, but then they didn't add a new LLC after that. And I was like, what the heck? So I called up the court, and the court told me, oh, I guess there's no LLC for this company. If that's the case, then you just sue the previous LLC and the whole court thing will still work. So basically, if I sue the LLC, then since that was the last LLC at that address.
I tend to think the court did not tell him that. Courts generally don't give out legal advice. I think what they were trying to do is be nice and be like, yeah, this entity might not exist. Maybe you want to look at something else.
This is another symptom of when you homebrew.
Yeah, exactly.
They told me this. It's like, what did they tell you?
Yeah, is that
Well,
really what they told you? Yeah.
Then I will technically be suing that company that's operating out of that address, since that was the last LLC that was there. So this whole thing happens. We sue. We get.
By the way, that's not how it works. Like, different companies can operate out of different addresses. It's not just because the business has an address there doesn't mean that that's the business you need to sue. Like, for example, out of my office, there are 2 legal entities. There used to be 3 with the exact same address. So if you were to look up what business operates out of there, you pick one of 3 and you could be completely wrong. Your odds are not very good at picking.
I could have 100
right
LLCs
business
registered to a PO box.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, now that I think about it, I have way more than 2 because I do have other LLCs registered to that.
Yeah, shell corporations, chat.
Yeah.
No
So
comment from me.
And not one of them are down in Bermuda.
yeah, definitely not.
But Wendy, the other Wendy, I like to call her the other Wendy because, asked if we could see status on build, please.
Oh,
Ooh,
absolutely.
We sure can.
Yeah, let's do
We
that.
sure.
Normally we do that. Let's all right. So as you know, I am building the Mario Kart, and look at I got the jet propulsion going. I've been struggling with these 2 little wing things. I've been building them backwards. I was building this one over here and this one over here, and screwing everything up. But now I'm on the right track. Also, this is kind of cool. The if you could see, the wheels turn, or this steering
How
control.
cute!
Yeah, I'm excited about this one.
I like that.
All right.
This thing's pretty hefty.
I love it. How about you, Val? What you got going on?
I am on my last bag already. Oh, I just realized I messed up the flowers. That's an easy fix, though. I got to rearrange some petals. I'm on my last bag.
You
so
cheat.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Very cute.
This is actually a really cool little set.
It's really pretty. The colors are stunning.
I dig it.
I do like the flowers a lot.
Yeah, I got some of the petals backwards. I got to readjust a little.
I love it. Sean, how are you doing?
Got pretty far. We got the tractor. We got the front of the tractor, and it's got the articulation in it. So we're getting there.
Very cool.
I think you're getting
Not a front
faster.
end loader, but it's close. It's good machinery.
Yeah. John Deere, right?
Yes.
When we get through this, someone was asking about the TRO. I think we're going to go through the TRO. I want to get through Reckless Ben's Q&A. Even though there's no one asking him questions, he's just offering the answers, which he shouldn't be doing, but he is.
No.
They never don't answer. We get motion for default judgment.
Since they didn't respond, you can move forward with a motion for default judgment.
At this point, I'm like, dude, this is the exact same thing that happened to me in the last video in my Lucifer Valentine documentary. I basically take this person who's like torturing all these people, and I take him to small claims court. He was too afraid to show up, and I won motion for default judgment, and it was 6. I'm like, dang, this is just the exact same thing that happened in the last video. So I call my friends. I'm like, dude, we won the court case. Let's go collect our money, And basically, Brian called me, and he's like, dude, like I hear that Bricks and Minifigs, like someone said that they're like packing up all their inventory. Like you might want to go up soon, because if you don't go up soon, they might close down their store. So Lydia actually called the store. And
this is where I want to take issue with what Runkle said. Runkle thought that this was a bad idea because it's just playing into the narrative that he's falsifying information and having people call and lie to them, which I don't really see that.
I don't either, but I understand. Like, once again, you have to be careful about how you do these things. So I do get that part of it.
MLS question for the panel: is Sean gayer now or the same level of gay?
mean,
Definitely gayer now. He's moved on.
At
I was gonna say,
least
like,
equally as gay.
now, like, what changed?
He was born that
Location.
way.
And to see if they were planning on closing, basically pretending to be a parent, being like, "Hey, my kid's birthday is like in like 3 days. Like, can we do a birthday party here?" Just to make sure that the store wasn't closing.
Hi, how are you? I'm thinking about booking a children's birthday on March 19th. I was wondering if I could reserve that date.
March 19th, Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, and what time?
I'm thinking about like around 4 p.m.
Yeah, this is just iTeam stuff right here.
What's that?
We
This
can
is
do
just basic iTeam stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just investigating. Like, I think this is fine.
I do too. I don't see anything wrong with this. Also, what's interesting to me is that it might backfire on the franchise because one of the allegations that was made in the video was that they didn't tell like kids that had their birthday parties canceled that they were like shutting down. And from what I understand, they might not have given refunds. And so if they're like days before shutting down or a day before shutting down and still like, oh yeah, you can book your birthday party on Thursday, no problem. We'll take your, $250 registration fee. You can go ahead and pay right now. And they're literally planning on shutting down. Then that's fraud, right? Am I wrong, Sean?
Mm-hmm. No, it's it's like Saul Goodman says, we may call that theft, but I think we're among friends here.
3 to 4:30. Okay. I just want to make sure because somebody said that you guys might be closing.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay, cool. I just want to make sure that.
Does that sound like the same manager?
Yeah, that sounded like
Angie
Amanda
or whatever her name. Amanda. Yeah. I'm horrible.
That was a lot of hesitation in there. Like, no.
I want to back that up, but I wanted to get this one. Can his lawyer request a change of venue? He can't get a fair trial in that town.
It's the whole state, though.
This ain't going to trial.
What's that?
This ain't going to trial.
No, it's not going to trial at all.
This is settling out, and Bam is cutting a check.
Now, technically speaking, if you wanted to make the argument, you'd have to do something like Brian Koberger's attorneys did, where they did like a poll in the community to see if they could get an impartial jury and all that sort of thing.
Statistical analysis for that.
Yeah, you would actually need. Top left looks like Barnes in the red tie.
Oh,
me?
That's you.
Not a red tie.
This is
Mike. Mike, glowing Mike. I'll take that.
Right.
I'm okay with looking like Barnes.
Right.
I want to back this up real quick.
4:30.
Because you're right. Yeah, the hesitation in her voice, Sean. Thank you for the $1.99, by the way.
Thinking about like around 4 p.m. I just want to make sure the date is available.
We can do 3 to 4:30.
3 to 4:30. Okay. I just want to make sure because somebody said that you guys might be closing.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay, cool. I just want to make sure the date is available.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're not closing. So I called back Brian, and he really made it seem like they are actually getting ready to close down this store. The plan was
how did Brian know that they were getting ready to close down the store?
He's got to have a role in
wild speculations. How did Brian know?
Oh yeah, like I said, everybody's sketching this, man. It's like Take On Me. Everybody's sketchy.
Also, this is Kaiser, Oregon. It's like probably 20 people in the town.
But seriously, how did he know that they were getting ready to close down when they're literally like answering the phone and booking parties?
Well, he lives
inside job.
I spy.
I did reach out
at this
to
point.
Brian.
They've got the Lego Queen on their side already, right? If she's still employed there at this time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And there's a mole.
Somebody said that she was fired before the store closed. So if this is just before the store closed and she actually was fired before the store closed, like significantly before the store closed, then maybe she's not there. How did Brian know, y'all?
Holy poop. Watch the video. It's explained. You guys suck. Okay, we'll watch.
All right, let's watch.
I wanted to like fly out all of my friends. I got like 10 Speedos, and we were all gonna walk in Speedos holding piggy banks. It was like the most epic ending ever I had planned. It was gonna be sick, but I had to go up there just by myself, I guess. And I like footage of them like I don't know what I was gonna do. I was gonna be like, hey, we're filing motion for default judgment, like like, how can we settle this? You know, just type of thing, just kind of like trying to get some ending for the video, because at this point, the video is like an hour and a half long. I'm like, I just need to come up with some type of clip to end this. And so I go up there, and then the store's permanently closed. And well, it said temporarily closed on the window, but then we talked to the people at Tannery Public next to us, and they're like, oh no, they permanently closed down the store. I'm like, okay, sick. So literally the next day I go from Oregon to Utah, and I'm like, I'm just going to talk to Josh to see why he closed down the store, you know, and maybe sue him again personally, you know? And so I did the whole thing where I'm like, hey, we sued you guys. We won. You guys closed down the store to avoid paying us. And so basically we filmed the whole Utah thing where we get raided, all this crazy stuff happens. A couple weeks later, I get a notice in the mail that says that my court case has been dismissed. And I'm like, what the heck? I guess it's just because of like they closed down the store. So that's why it got dismissed, you know? So now it's like fast forward, like present day. And I got on a call with Crystal, and she told me that basically what happened is, I guess Bricks and Minifigs had an addition added on, I guess, which... So like the store was small, and then they like added a new room. And so they put their LLC in this like new addition space, which I guess technically is like a separate address, but it's not listed on Google or anything that's like a separate address. So then Josh and Brandon made Bricks L2 LLC.
I don't remember what the name of it was, but if you go on to I just looked the other day, if you go on to the Oregon Secretary of State website, you can
So it said at the River Road address, I put in the address and it said L2 Bricks LLC was an LLC there, but it ended in like 2024 or something like that.
Okay, so that would have been the LLC from Matt Bauman, who was the previous franchise owner.
So him,
I took screenshots of Brandon's current LLC that's listed at that address.
Oh, really? Do you think you send that to me?
And I can send that to you.
Oh,
it
nice.
Also depends on what actual address you put in, because the different addresses.
What the hell was that?
That was Area 51, yo.
I was gonna say space aliens are landing. They're taking Sean.
Good Lord, man.
All right. So they didn't give an answer as to why Brian knew, by the way. Chat. You guys all lied to us, unless it's coming up still.
Yeah.
Chat
really would lie to us.
Nah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I think it was
Nunca.
It's a BAM troll in our chat lying to us. Only BAM lies, so it's got to be a BAM member in there.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Come on, build some Lego with us, Bam.
I'd love to have BAM on.
We would love that. We would be so kind to you.
Yes.
I don't have a mean bone in my body.
Wendy will be kind to you. Definitely.
Maybe that's why it's so hard to find it then.
Because it's two different buildings that they cut down the wall in between and put two buildings together.
Oh, so
that makes sense for having separate LLCs.
So in the chat, it says, somebody says, John says that Brian's friend saw them moving inventory out of the store. That makes sense, but it's just not explained. So, but that makes sense. Seeing people move stuff out of the store.
Yeah.
Port system, I guess, and it also fooled me. So they outsmarted me, I guess, is what it was. Bricks and Minifigs used some crazy loophole, and
it's
they
not hard to outsmart
me.
you when you don't really know what you're doing. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah.
I am 100% in your corner, but you got to sometimes, even if you don't want to hire an attorney, just ask an attorney. You know?
Yeah. He's just like, they use a crazy loophole, meaning they did the right thing.
Yeah.
Me too. Gives me anxiety.
I have a case actually right now where they're suing the wrong people, and my client, without an attorney, filed an answer, and I'm like, "Why'd you file an answer, man? It's not you." Well, I got served with it. It's like, okay, that's not how this works.
Yeah,
that's not how this works, man. So now I got to clean up that mess. Literally, that's what's happening. So if you get served with something and it's literally not you, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah. Don't do anything with the chat.
Don't build the flowers and don't
found a way to get out of my lawsuit, but it doesn't matter because I'm like, I can just see you guys again personally. And so we actually did end up getting Josh served. I already went to mediation with them, and it's about to go to small claims court, and I'm about to fight for my $10,000. So everyone that's saying the court.
He said something interesting. It already went to mediation. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He sued him personally, and then it already went to mediation, and he's about to go to small claims court. I don't know what he means by that. Do you think it's actually went to mediation, or do you think he doesn't know what he's talking about?
He doesn't. No, wait, no. How dare you say that?
I'm gonna. Well, I'm not. There's nothing. I'm not holding it against him. He's not a lawyer, right? He's a.
No, I know,
he's a YouTuber, and.
But this is once again that whole. Yes, you don't. He doesn't know what he's talking about, so who knows at this point? Since he's already like, oh, they used loopholes. No, they used the fact that you sued the wrong people. Like, it's not a loophole. That's just basically like you shot the wrong guy.
I still agree with Bronca though that Reckless Ben is the smartest man in the room when it comes to this cast of players.
Oh yes, but that's
So all right, I backed it up a touch. I'm gonna hear this again.
Outsmarted me. They found a way to get out of my lawsuit, but it doesn't matter because I'm like, I can just see you guys again personally. And so we actually did end up getting Josh served. I already went to mediation with them, and it's about to go to small claims court, and I'm about to fight for my $10,000. So everyone that's saying the court case is fake, they just found some loophole to get out of it, I guess. And they I will admit they outsmarted me on this one, and I'm fine with admitting that. Ultimately, like, it's not like, and now they're trying to use that as proof that the second lawsuit was fake, which, I mean, the police even verified it with the court. It's not fake. And yeah, so just because it didn't work the first time, I was like, okay.
That's one thing I want to say is everyone kept saying it's a fake lawsuit. It's a fake lawsuit. It's not fake. It's not a fake lawsuit just because it lists the wrong person, right? That doesn't make it a fake lawsuit. A fake lawsuit is when you just literally print it up at home as if it was filed with the court, and then you pretend like it's a real lawsuit that's actually going. That's a fake one. This is not fake.
This is literally not this happens all the time.
Thank you for the raid, Hella.
Again.
Oh, thank you.
Do them with the second lawsuit, and now I'm pushing this time, and I don't think they're going to get out of this one. We'll see. But that is the answer to that. So next question is, what will the GoFundMe money be used for? So originally I set the goal at $120,000 because
killed that.
my knowledge, that's still how much money Brian is owed from his collections that have not been paid for. I think like just a few hours after I posted part 2, we hit that goal. And I personally thought that GoFundMe just like ended. Like once you hit the goal, like we hit our goal, like people can't donate anymore, but people kept donating. So I called Brian. I'm like, shoot.
Yeah, I find bullshit on that.
And Brian's like, dude,
what's that?
I find Ben's like, oh, I just didn't know people keep. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, I just didn't know people keep donating money. It's like, come on, like, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
You're awful hard on him, Sean. You be nice.
I want to take him home and make him some homemade tortillas and feed him some beans. I just want to squeeze his cheeks.
Like I just, there's like I don't think anything wrong with what's going on here, but just saying like, oh, I didn't know this could happen like that. It's like, bruh.
So, not all of us are jaded.
He just got served a lawsuit, and I'm so happy. Like he was so happy. Like he finally got made whole. And that moment lasted for like an hour, and then he gets served this lawsuit. Like, however, our attorney's fees, it's looking like
so Brian Mansell's been made whole, so he's remediated his own damages.
Well, yeah, and also they Bricks Minifigs keeps publishing that on their blog that like they're keeping track of his GoFundMe, and they keep posting it. Brian Mansell's received $350,000 on his GoFundMe, which is an interesting thing to keep pointing out. But Bricks and Minifigs is pointing that out continuously. And they're keeping a running total on their blog, which is
completely irrelevant, right? Like it has no actual.
Well, I think it has PR relevance.
Damages. I've been made whole plus.
Yeah, but not by the wrongful actors. Just because.
I understand. So you might get a punitive damage or a nominal damage out of this.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, but you do have a duty to mitigate your damages. So they're going to argue like, hey, he mitigated his damages and then some. So it is relevant to that. I'm trying to, as I'm finishing this up, skip ahead to where I want to talk about in the complaint.
Ourselves against a lawsuit. So I was like, okay, let's keep the GoFundMe going. Let's put all the money in a legal trust, and the money can go to Brian's attorney's fees. But anyways, all that money is Brian's
What
money.
attorney set up this IOLTA account you're talking about?
All goes to Brian, and yeah, I think now it's almost like $400,000. It's literally insane. But Brian's still worried that like he's gonna get screwed over, which sucks because it's like not only did Bricks Minifigs steal from Brian, now they're gonna sue him on top of that. So it's like, what the heck, like. And then just to answer some of the lawsuits I'm in, I mean, this is kind of some episode 3 spoilers, but I got my first stalking.
His voice right there, it sounds like he was not expecting Brian to get sued.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if he had counsel, like I would advise him, like, listen, man, if you're going to do all this stuff and bring Brian in on the videos, there's a very high likelihood that he also gets sued. And if he gets sued, he might come after you. Just FYI. And they should definitely be represented by different counsel. They should not have.
Yeah.
We got $10 from Man Blossom 82. Thank you. There's a website that has all the court cases. The site is the same name as the YouTube channel that posted the unredacted body cams. Yeah, I got that from Sheldon, actually. I got a whole link to the whole archive page with all the redacted videos and everything else.
Sorry. I just want to tell Chad, as much as I'm like taking a crap here on Ben, Ben's the only guy that got results in this. So what he did worked, and is, you go, girl. I'm just pointing out, like,
if your goal is to bring attention to the situation, Ben absolutely won, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter what happens to him on the legal or criminal end.
There are many universes, though, where everybody's getting their butt reamed out with like a weed whacker, though, because of his actions. There's like other universes where this doesn't go right.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of them, actually.
Right.
A lot of
Also,
them.
we have seen. I have been noticing a lot of super chats come in, and I'm sorry if it looks like I'm ignoring you on purpose. I'm not. I promise. We're just trying to get through the video right now, too. By the way,
I just happened to spot a couple.
No, right, and it was relevant to what we were talking about.
It's okay, Wendy. They paid.
Fucking charge, but I made the GoFundMe. Bricks and Minifigs is suing me for the videos I made about them. Eamon said I was going to burn down the Bricks and Minifigs building and shoot everyone inside, so I got a extra extortion charge for that one. So yeah, I'm in a lot of charges, but that's what Patreon's for. So subscribe to my Patreon if you want to help with my attorney's fees, and you'll get to see episode 3 early if you join my Patreon. The next question is where.
Okay, so what he mentioned just there is that the lawsuit. Or they're saying that he's extorting them.
Beautiful, babe. Oh my
Which
God.
is nonsense.
What's that?
Beautiful.
Absolute nonsense.
It is absolute nonsense. But again, they're not showing the receipts. They claim in here, the only thing that they claim, and I'm going to pull up his Reckless Ben's first video again, because the only thing that they claim is in the lawsuit is when that was loud. This part right after the CEO, after they meet the CEO the second time, and the only time, the second time he appears. If I can find it here. This is where okay. So this is what they're claiming. You could do it the easy way or the hard way.
Registered franchisor. So yeah, I'm actually a franchise owner of the franchise too.
The CEO of this company knows pretty much better than he's doing.
Prizes and everything. It's 100% by the books, and yeah.
The look on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also threatening to extort this guy. He looks so scared right now of all of this.
You think you're being very clever.
Yeah. Right.
And that you think that you do all sorts of.
You were being clever.
There was a couple things. Oh my bad.
You have no business being here. So.
Well, we do have business. We have, like, you guys have a bunch of our Legos.
Well, if Bricks and Minifigs is not going to sue me, then I guess we have to settle this outside of court, which is going to be hard because right now, Bricks and Minifigs.
I did the wrong spot.
I went back to Bricks and Minifigs.
So what's going on?
Went to the wrong spot, guys.
So we have our attorneys have visited. Like again. So who's like
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who is
Our
that?
attorneys. That means let them talk.
He had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Never happened.
Yeah, now
I mean,
that's being
yeah, it does happen.
No, we did not.
Yeah, because these Legos were in the store and you guys took them. I know you think lying to us right now is kind of like helping you out.
I'm not lying to you.
Well, we both know you're lying, but
No, we don't know that.
So I showed him some social media posts his own company made, still up, that claims that these.
What's that?
He's definitely lying.
We do know that he is lying. And these are all going to be great statements in your depositions.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
exactly.
wait, actually is all sorry. Sorry, buddy.
Well, also, the fact that they put out a public post. Whoa, we looked at the books, had someone explain them to us, and we realized that there were, in fact, Lego Star Wars.
After 2 years. After 2 years of this.
Sells Lego sets, and these Lego sets that they're still holding on to are worth $200,000. But all of these claims are from his own company. We just caught the CEO of the entire company red-handed in a lie. Yeah, it's crazy to me that even the CEO is in on this cover-up. But anyways, now that we just caught the CEO in this lie, I wanted to let him know that it's going to be much easier if he just gives us the Legos back now.
if you just want to give it back now, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys, you know?
This is the extortion part. This is what they're claiming is the extortion.
That's not extortion, though.
You guys would prefer the easy way. The hard way, I don't think you guys are really going to like it.
No, okay.
But we're getting it back either way, so it's like you can either...
So you can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
So you're threatening me. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So,
Sean, isn't extortion to threaten a lawsuit?
No.
It's not,
No.
folks.
As an illegal activity, that's
Well,
illegal.
I'll sue you. Claims all the time.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
And with that, Bricks and Minifigs has made their decision. I presented them very politely with the easy way, and they said, heck no. Well,
So that explosion is the violent threat that they claim in the lawsuit.
Yeah,
That
and have
explosion.
fun. Like, once again, you have to go into court and say all this stuff.
Yeah.
The deposition, I'm scared.
That's extortion, Lars.
That's the extortion with violent threats.
I went to my Mormon temple and cried 15 times that night.
Do they have temples? Like where they
Yeah.
where they go?
Where they go?
Oh,
yeah.
They even have a big steeple on. You could, no matter what town you're in, you could see where they are. They ruined the landscape in Hawaii. It's my mom's pissed. Anyway, yeah.
Look right
They
here.
ruined one of her views.
Let me pull this up. I have too many files open. All right. So this is in the lawsuit. If you just want to give them back now, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys. I think you guys would prefer the easy way or the hard way. I don't think you guys are really going to like it. An implied depiction of a threatened violence associated with the hard way is an explosion at BAM's corporate headquarters. That's what they allege in this lawsuit. That's the extortion. That's the violent threats.
I'm such a crappy lawyer. There's no way I could do any of this with a straight face.
No,
Yeah,
not this. I could argue some of it, but
I can argue that they were scared. They're heckin' scared, Judge.
This is
Hail,
nonsense.
hail.
where am I right now? I got multiple police looking for me
All right, so this is the one thing I will agree with Runkle on.
in multiple different cities. They can't find me, but I'll just tell you guys. I'm at We Steal From Old People's headquarters, and you can visit us at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. Yep, I'm at corporate. This is the corporate office building. It's pretty sick.
All right, so pretending like you're hiding from authorities is not a good look if you do get picked up and you want bond, right? Sean, would you agree with me?
Yes.
So saying that sort of thing is probably not the best. Or saying you're in Mexico, saying you're trying to skip out on a warrant. Now, my understanding is that there is no warrant, but the police might be looking for him.
The other thing, though, too, is, and this is just simple, like, if you're out screwing around with somebody and they're a homer and you're not, like, you can't be like, oh, my God, you mean this guy contacted the cops that are his neighbors and got them to fuck with me? No way. It's like, yes. You can't be surprised, in my opinion.
Do you want to hit some super chats while I'm
I don't know,
friendly
David. You're
response
just
lawsuit.
no.
I agree with you as well. I just all of this is nonsense. None of the other thing is that the guys, when they said that they were intimidated, especially Brandon, who said, they intimidated me. The way he walked out on his front porch and just stood there in Ben's face, that's not intimidation. You're not intimidated. You're not in fear for your safety at that point. It's clear that you're not. Also, the CEO walking out to confront them in the hallway. That's not somebody who's afraid of them.
No, not at all.
I mean, who would be afraid of Ben? Like, he's not an intimidating force. He's not walking around with weapons. He's not.
Well,
he sounds like a nice
it's
guy.
one of those deals where all it takes is them to go run screaming and crying to the cops.
Yep. Who are their friends?
Well, yeah, but even then, if they're not friends necessarily, it's like the cops where you live, and it's like, they know you, and you show up, and it's, Officer Friendly's got to say, like, do I got to listen to Wendy or some Yahoo who's out here fucking around and guys wearing Speedos and jerking off with, like, they're filing lawsuits and they're not going anywhere and they're, all this crap going on.
Yeah.
That's, that's people, once again, this is, you can get mad about it, but you guys can get mad about saying, swimming in a river full of crocodiles, you get eaten. Yeah. You can't complain that you're going to get eaten. Like, this is the way of the world.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with that. Fair Frozen 55.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, David.
No, you read it.
Fair Frozen 55. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I sound like Nick now. Shot. Sean, would you actually say go F yourself to those cops' questions?
Yes, I would fucking laugh at them. I would laugh at them and I'd say, like, are you guys high tonight?
I love it. I wish
sometimes you need to do that.
Right?
Yeah.
Man Blossom 82, thank you for the $5 super chat. With as biased as the police were, do you think the public defender would have helped?
Well, how would a public in what way? I don't understand.
The prosecutor,
Like,
maybe, man?
No, a public defender in court, but you're not going to get a public defender on the street.
Yeah, they're not.
You could when you go into when you get arrested, regardless of what you said on the street, you don't say anything except I want a lawyer, and then at some point they will appoint a lawyer for you.
You're not going to have the public defender in your interrogation with you.
No, they're not going to be able to talk
for a while. Anyway.
So, by the way, I have a question to follow up with Man's question. So I'm arrested. I say I don't want to talk. I want to speak with an attorney, and they say if you can't afford one, we'll provide one for you. Whatever. Let's pretend I don't have my own attorney on retainer, and let's pretend I'm in a situation that I'm not going to talk to the cops. What does a girl like me do? Like, do they sit
there and say nothing until you
just got lips like a statue until you get an attorney to talk to you.
So that would be a public.
So the way it works is you get arrested, right? And if you don't want to talk to the cops, they just put you back in the cell, and then you get arraigned at some point. Either they let you out on bond or they don't.
Yeah.
And then once that happens, then you start getting the public defender.
You'll get an attorney at your arraignment too, generally speaking.
Yeah, there'll be an attorney there
to address bond.
You're not going to talk about anything other than your bond.
Yeah. Who's going to say, yeah, I don't care. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah, we're not talking about your case.
Yeah. Whatever. Do you want to get out of jail today?
Yeah, exactly. So, tell me how old you are, where do you work, where do you live, what's your connection here?
And
of course, that public defender is attached to the American Fork PD
it's really only on TV
area.
where
they're not attached to the police department.
Not the TV,
office. That's a different entity.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. They all work together every damn day. That's
I am a court-appointed attorney, sir. And I can tell you that I love nothing best than to stick it to the prosecutor and the judge every time I get a case, every chance I can get.
Do you think that they would be doing what they're doing in American Fork if the public defenders were actually going after them for violating people's rights?
Well,
honest to God.
Yeah. Because the vast majority of the time, they probably got some guy doing something illegal. It's rare that they're addressing a situation like this.
Yes,
this is where you see the true colors of the police.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, the idea this ever like, if you told me this happened to you, I'd be like, like at least sitting in the arraignment thing, you're like, oh, okay, buddy. Like, wait till we get the dead body cam. Like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, everybody says, oh, the cops did this and they did that, and you know what the body cam says? Actually, no, none of that happened. So, I mean, the idea that
do I tell my attorney the truth? Though?
I mean, I would love nothing more than to fuck the cops over and embarrass them in court every chance I get. Like, you guys don't understand how this works. Like that would make our day.
Oh, it absolutely makes our day.
We're all excited.
No, it really does. I have this conversation with my court-appointed clients all the time, and I try to ease them in. I'm like, my like the best part of my day is when I can poke holes in everything the prosecutor and the court and the police did.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love doing it. And if I can find a way to do that for you, I will. Because that's just
so you're like on a list of like so it's not you're on a list that like a judge can call and say, hey, we need you to come in and defend this guy or gal or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not appointed by the judge. It's through a system handled.
Oh, okay.
It's through a state system. So the judge doesn't get to choose.
Oh,
it's usually in situations if they have like public defenders, then there's conflicts of interest. But yeah.
Oh,
no, like seriously, if I got this idea, because I've heard this before too from people, it's like, oh, you and the prosecutor sit down and say, like, you guys, like, you get one and I win one. It's like, I wish I won that many fucking cases. Are you kidding me? I'm like, holy shit. I'd be like, if 50-50, I'd be better than Alex Spiro and Johnny Cochran and F.
So the way it actually works for me is I feel like I'm in the middle of the road now. Middle of the pack. I used to be on the low end, so I would get the cases that everyone else passed on, but it would be seniority, and you'd get an email, and you're like, "Here's the case. Do you want to take it? Do you have any conflicts?" And then you just basically say, "Yeah, I'll take it." Cool. Now I'm in the middle of the road, so I don't get all the CP cases.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Demo for $5 says, coincidentally, the day Ben amended his claim to 10K, Matt McNeff registered a new LLC for the Salem store.
How interesting is that?
That happens all the time, man.
It's like he had like an idea of how to avoid collections from liability, right, Valhalla?
Almost like he was good at that. Almost like he made a whole career of doing it and stealing people's shit. Almost.
Sorry, finishing.
I know I can translate. Permaseal. I have not had the chance to do anything. Like, my office is literally a mountain of boxes. This is the first time I've even been in here, so I will go on with Kevin. I'm a little busy. Sometime this week I'll work it out.
Thanks, Sean. I was like, and also I feel bad because
I'm
it looks
going
like
on the Blast My Pussy podcast. That's what I think that stands for.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going on there.
All right. He's a little busy right now. And T-Rex, okay, T-Rex Travels, thank you for the $5 super chat. I've heard conflicting things from different YouTube lawyers that mediation clauses are easy or are very hard to break out of and bring into court.
So I think what you're talking about is an arbitration clause, and every state is different with that. Michigan's very much in favor of arbitration clauses. So if there's a whiff of arbitration, generally you're stuck with it.
Then there's the Federal Arbitration Act.
Yeah. And then so with the lawsuit that Crystal and Benjamin filed, they preemptively argue why it should not go to arbitration, why it's not binding. And I know nothing about Oregon law or Utah law and whether or not that's correct.
Yeah,
every state is different.
But that one between franchisees and a franchisor, that's the type of one that will get you into an arbitration thing really quick, because they probably have an arbitration agreement.
They do. There's an arbitration language, and when Ben and Crystal filed their lawsuit, they actually one of the points that they argued is why the arbitration clause should not be followed and enforceable. But again, I don't know enough to know whether or not that's sound legal argument or not.
It might work.
It might. At least I think they did it in spite of the arbitration clause, mainly to get it out there in the public. And then they put in there like why the arbitration clause shouldn't prevail. And if they win or they lose, at least it's still out there in the public and we have it.
Thanks, T-Rex. And miss you. How are you doing? Let's see. We read that one earlier. Okay.
I just saw him a couple days ago.
I know, I miss him. He went this year?
Of course. He's going every year.
Oh. Brian Thrums.
Ben McKinney Manor work makes him
Macamé Manor.
Oh,
Macamé makes him unimpeachable. You know, I haven't watched it yet. I started to, and then I got confused in the order of the videos. Ben took torture to put a stop to the guy and got demonetized. Bam doesn't want that brought up. So yeah, so that was like a weird cult thing. Yeah, he took them down. And from what I understand, it's a really good video, and I need to watch it.
I'll be right back. Can you guys read some more?
Sure. There we are. Where are we? Please tell Dave to be careful with that Sean guy. Did we read this one already?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I am. You know what? We'll move on and we'll wait for Wendy to come back. All right. Utah RICO, Sean. Utah RICO. So this is paragraph 133 when they get into the first cause of action, and they lead with RICO. Plaintiff incorporates the foregoing allegations as though fully set forth herein. Co-defendants organized and created an enterprise within the meaning of the Utah Code.
You could say they created an ecosystem.
Yeah. Why don't we call it an ecosystem? Yeah. An ecosystem as a group of individuals associated, in fact, for the common purpose of conducting the pattern of lawful activity or unlawful activity described herein. That is one of the key things, right? Is it needs to be unlawful activity. And so if their actions were found to be lawful, then all of this falls apart. Co-defendants acted intentionally, maliciously, and or with complete and reckless disregard for the law, the legal rights of plaintiffs, and the consequences of their unlawful conduct throughout the course of the enterprise's activities.
What legal rights?
Yeah, what legal rights? Not to be filmed in a public location or a place that's open to the public. Not to broadcast the things that they said. Not to clearly on camera steal an old man's Lego.
Yeah, you made us look bad.
Wendy, I completely lost where you were, so we just stopped reading super chats.
Oh,
co-defendants actively participated in, directed, managed, and engaged in the affair of the enterprise or the ecosystem, including through a pattern of unlawful activity within the meaning. This is all just statutory regurgitation, right? They're not saying anything specific. Co-defendants engaged in unlawful activities such as defamation, disparagement, and false light. Sean, how do courts like the idea of framing a RICO case as defamation?
They generally don't.
Yeah.
This is not whatever they think this is. This ain't it, Chief.
That's
go
since
ahead. I read the RICO accusation in their lawsuit, I've been trying to figure this out, right? And like, I'm not super familiar with RICO. I'm going to be the first to admit that. I don't understand the nuances of the charges there. However,
don't feel bad. These attorneys don't either.
I clearly, but would Bam be more likely to be committing RICO in this situation?
I mean,
it's more likely that Bam is doing it than reckless, right? Because
Valhalla with the very salient point.
That's why I'm around, man. That's why I'm around every once in a while. I nail it.
So RICO is generally a criminal enterprise, which means you're committing crimes. Defamation is not a crime; it's a civil action, right?
Yeah.
So you think of stealing, drug dealing, things like that, or gambling, without a license, things like that are actual criminal acts, not just civil actions.
Like if you came in and grabbed a property out from under somebody and stole $200,000 worth of product and then shipped it to different locations under your organization.
And then had 3 books of records in order to hide the transactions, and then fired the guys that were, once the actual agents of yours were caught, then you just let them go and you'd be like, "Ooh, we don't know anything about that." Yeah, that kind of thing.
And you sick the police on everybody. Yeah.
See, Seems like a bold accusation to make when you're not looking in the mirror very well, I think.
I have a
Also
case
weird.
now in Utah, 4th District Court.
Oh, wait, let's look at
reported it
Sean's.
to the
Hold
AF
on.
police. They won't pick it up. Said it was civil.
Hold on, I can't get this thing on.
There,
Hold
got
on.
it. I got
Thanks,
it. I got
babe.
it.
Thank you, babe. Oh my
Nice
god, it's
tractor.
so cute. I want to play with it.
I gotta work on the trailer.
God, I swear, I say the dumbest.
Careful, 2.0 here.
Builder,
Chat is begging. We have to read this.
wait, hang on. Builder, thank you for the $49.99 super chat, by the way.
Read it.
Builder concealed me from bank comms and forged the draws, stealing $527,000. Posted the JPEG they used to forge my signature. My ex, yeah, my signature. Well, that sounds interesting. That sounds like a giant mess, and apparently the police aren't doing anything.
Knowing what I know about the American Force Police at this point, I am not surprised.
But it's a bank. They don't do these things. It's a company. We can't investigate a company for crimes, right, Sean?
Yeah. Remember, chat. Boeing killed 350 people, and they still got fined less than Alex Jones did.
That's true. That's very true. Although then we have other corporations that are getting charged for fraud. We won't mention Southern Poverty Law Center, but no, corporations can be brought under criminal investigation and criminally charged, but the police generally don't like to do that. It's a lot more paperwork. Remember when Josh asked for an apology to get the collection back?
It also doesn't help when that corporation sits at the Rotary luncheon with your police chief, and they just wrote a check for like the baseball field.
Actually, this brings up a good point, Sean, because I heard mixed opinions on this. Did you watch the part where Josh asked Brian to make an apology, a written apology, and then send it to us, and then we'll give you your Legos
bad
back?
Reviews.
Take down all your bad reviews and do all that. Do you remember? Did you watch that part?
Yeah,
No, I
somebody
haven't
asked
seen
if
any.
that was
I
extortion.
haven't seen everything. So what happens?
All right, so here we're gonna play it right now.
Sitting there, we're happy to get your stuff back. I just don't want any more damage to the store.
I guess Josh has finally realized that whatever he's going through right now
There you go.
literally never ends for him unless he gives the Legos back.
I'm happy to give you the inventory. It's only bringing me harm because you guys are doing wackadoo crap trying to attack us.
Well, it looks like we won.
Wait.
And Brian is finally
They know about this, and they still are suing these dudes.
What's that?
Say it again.
The attorneys know about they know about this, and they're like, we're still going forward with the lawsuit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
Jesus Christ.
so this is what Josh says. This is what Josh says.
What do we do for the next?
Done. I need a written apology from Brian. I need all the negative comments taken off. I need positive reviews on there to make up for the damage. And then I'll give them back.
So you're holding.
So make an apology. Take down all
That
the
sounds
negative
like ransom.
reviews.
That sounds like extortion.
That
So
is
that's the
extortion.
question. Is this extortion?
Yeah.
Now,
It is you who's doing the RICO.
This is going to blow up
Exactly.
so big if it ever makes it to court.
Now, Reckless Ben in his video suggests that they don't want to do this because they think it's a trap, and that Josh is going to get this this apology and use it against Brian in like some upcoming lawsuit. Now, I think under Rule 408, offers of settlement, that it wouldn't come into the lawsuit. What are your thoughts?
I don't think it would either. But remember, they didn't want to talk to no lawyers with our faggoty book learning. They want to do this on their own. So
I don't think that at this point, Josh knows who he is yet still. I don't think Josh has any idea what he's dealing with at this point.
Okay. But do you think it could be excluded as an offer of settlement?
Well, it wouldn't help their
assuming he
cause.
did
I
it.
could see it to an extent, but I'd make the argument like if what Ben did is extortion, this is like, what is this?
Well, this is definitely extortion. I would absolutely say that.
I mean, that's the thing. So like if I'm Bricks and Minifigs, it's like, oh my God, man, this is like Attorneys have ulcers.
It's like if you started to choose your own adventure book on any given page, and your first choice every time you pick leads directly to your death. That's the way they're reading this book. Every single
You
time.
choose your own adventure, and you sit there and you smack your balls with a hammer every time.
Sean, I think this is in your chat. $5 super chat. Is the strongest 1983 claim for Reckless Ben or his friends a Wybera claim?
Ybarra claim or Maresca claim. The 10th Circuit and the 9th Circuit have some very well-developed 1983 case law compared to other circuits. I know I've heard the Ybarra claim maybe, but I mean, still, once again, like, you have to hope. And it's, I mean, these, they've got a long way to go before they get any of that done. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What's Ybarra and Maresca?
Yeah.
Those are those are cases that would have been, those are cases out of those circuits. They have names. Yeah, that's why they're known as those.
But they're 1983 claims.
Yeah, they're 1983 claims. That's like why there's like a Manel claim that you can file.
For $2, Ben Pull and Ethan Ralph and run to Mexico. Yes, he did.
Well, allegedly.
But Nick Requeta said it's okay to talk to the police.
Nick Requeta said I could flee the country.
Nick Requeta also says it's okay to talk about your case openly on YouTube. And I will have to disagree with the law pope there, that it is not. And the very reason why it is not is exactly what we talked about earlier in this, is that you don't want to give your enemies ammunition. Y'all going to give Sean Flora Bar crib notes? Yeah. He needs them.
I will.
We got a 22-month member chat.
Sandwich Man.
For the Sandwich Man. Yeah. Hello, Florida Sandwich Man.
I love sandwiches. I could live on sandwiches.
22 months. Thanks, Maddie.
Thank you
I
for
got
the $5 super chat.
Portillo's brought to me this week. It made me so happy. I got 5 different sandwich. Well, the same sandwich, but it's 5 separate sandwiches brought to me this week.
Oh, Valhalla. Yeah.
I still got one left.
Nice.
You guys and your sandwiches. Okay. Ben
Beef
always
and
Uno
sausage combo,
reverses.
man.
Oh,
it
really does.
In his video, he
so
uses
good.
the same loopholes they use to take them down. Yeah, I would say that he is prepared, right? Like, if you follow the timeline, the actual timeline, not the way that video is edited, he already had the lawsuits filed. He already bought the Lego from Brian before he even went to corporate. He went to corporate before he talked to the store. He got everything on recording. He had that fake signature, not a fake signature, the fake contract. It's an unenforceable contract signed by the manager. He had all of this stuff set up ahead of time. He is definitely well ahead of everyone. With everything that he does. And again, if you're looking for a legal win, it might not be the smoothest, but if you're looking to bring attention to this and make them look like clowns, he's definitely winning. No, my X account I left in chat. Your X account. I will have to go back through chat. But thank you for the one.
If you're not a mod, you probably weren't able to put a link.
It won't link his hand. He could write his handle in there.
That could
let's see.
You should send David naked gay porn. That way he'll know it's you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely do that. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I think we can all agree that grown men with bangs are highly suspicious, except fat lawyers with side wipes.
Or the side swipe.
Side swipe.
Side swipe. Oh.
I like the side. I like it.
Hey, you know what? I have the hair. I'm using it.
I mean, seriously.
David's jealous.
Every man on the planet's jealous, except Valhalla. He
got these locks, y'all. Got these locks.
Beautiful.
T-Rex travels with $4.99. Thank you, sir. I guess I mostly hear about arbitration clauses in employee contracts, and I've never liked them. But I guess they're here to stay. They are.
They're happening in everything.
Yeah, they're
everywhere.
Just about everything. Yeah.
You sue AT&T or Comcast, arbitration things. They've been around for a while, and they're more and more and more used.
LOL, X equals Twitter. I was hoping y'all pull it. We'd be happy to pull it. We're
Oh.
just not going to do it on this stream.
Yeah.
Because we are trying to get through this this RICO claim. The reason why we want to get through the RICO claim is we want to get into the TRO, and I want to know what Sean thinks on that.
Let's do it.
First thing to do, Sean, is get a pub sub.
Ooh.
Sure
I saw a sign that I didn't know what the hell that was.
I don't know what that is.
Or SubHub or something. I
no
I
idea.
don't know.
Pub
Maybe
sub,
it's
I don't know.
a chain. Is it a chain there?
I don't know.
Wait, Sean, do you really like sandwiches too, or are they just teasing?
It's because I'm fat.
Oh,
fat. He's always got to have a
you don't
sandwich.
prefer sandwiches because I'm addicted.
Yes, I like sandwiches. Look at me. Yes, I do like sandwiches.
I thought it was a reference to the video game.
I have no idea.
I didn't know either. I just thought he liked sub sound, or like.
Oh, the potentially criminal video game. Yeah.
So it's not even original. It's not even a good. It's not. I thought it was meaningful.
Actually, I would disagree. I think it's good on several levels. We all had a different interpretation of it, and it worked for all of us.
All right.
It's a win.
Big Crutch.
Good point.
40 or 420, by the way. Thank you for
Thank
the $9.99 super chat with
Big
no message.
Crunch.
And then
Aw.
Wendy Marino has been a member for 9 months. Love you
You
guys.
know what? Go ahead. Sorry.
We know Wendy
What's up?
from Steph. Steph introduced. We got Wendy from Steph's Alter Nerd group.
Yeah.
Big Crunch replied to his blank $9.99 super chat. So the Book
Oh.
of Mormon has a character named Ammon in it who is heralded for standing for righteousness and actually seizes stolen property and is championed for it. The irony is unreal.
I was going to say, that sounds very ironic, right?
100%.
It sure
This
does.
is why people don't give your kids names they can never live up to.
Well, that's a very common name in the Mormon.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's a
Sean.
super common
So
name.
part of the video, what they do is Reckless Ben decides that he can't get Bricks and Minifig to sue him, and he really wants the police to investigate. So he decides to
Publix
have a raffle, a legal raffle. So he does all the paperwork and he gets a actual legal raffle lottery going.
Okay.
And he raffles off one of the sets that's currently being held by the franchise. And the winner goes there and tries to collect, and they say, no, you can't have it, essentially. And so then he makes a report to the police, and the police are like, oh, we need to investigate this because this is actually a crime. And then all of a sudden someone tells them not to investigate. This is in Oregon. So that's the background behind this theft by deception, by creating, distributing, and honoring counterfeit raffle tickets and issuing gift certificates impersonating Baker and using BAM branding, by impersonating UPS personnel, religious congregation members, and investigators to deceptively obtain signatures and property under false pretenses. So what they did, he found out that he doesn't need to get a gambling license to host a lottery if he's a religious organization, and he has a religion.
Yeah.
It's called Scientology Sucks, and it's registered out of California. And so he registered it as a religion in Oregon.
A whole set of things in his back pocket he's using.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
This dude is on his shit, man. He makes me
I
so
respect that. He's got all his bits. He just uses everything.
Yeah, so theft by deception, and then theft by distortion or by extortion, by threatening to release damaging and doctored videos hammering BAM unless BAM paid $300,000, by demanding $200,000 from BAM, and threatening the matter would become very bad if that was the whole like, hey, this is going to get worse, the easy way or the hard way sort of thing.
Yeah.
But again, that's not extortion. That's give the guy back his Legos. He didn't even ask for money. He just said, give the guy back his Lego. Right?
Yeah. I still don't see the illegal things here.
An actor commits communications fraud if the actor has deceived any scheme or artifice.
Who is deceived?
Devised
any scheme or artifice to defraud another or to obtain from another
Who's
money,
defrauded?
property, or anything. What's that?
Isn't this the one where like everybody knows it's all a gag?
Yeah,
That's
everybody
involved in
knows.
lottery.
Yeah. However, Ben was defrauded. Or not Ben, I'm sorry, Brian. Brian was defrauded.
No, I'm just saying of the way they're going about this. I'm like, didn't everybody that was at this raffle know like everybody's taking the piss? Like they all know it's a joke.
Well, did you hear how he did it? He did it so well.
Yeah,
so,
he
like,
gave them their money
really,
back or something as like a fee.
Yeah. He paid all $1 on camera appearance fee and then charged them $1 for a raffle ticket. And then eventually ended up paying the kid that won it the $1,000 value of the raffle prize. So he covered all his bases. It was good.
I mean, this sounds based.
Right.
I don't know what the problem is here.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. So they mentioned $300,000. That's a good point, and I don't see where they get $300,000 from. It's always been $200,000 worth of Lego. Just give him his Legos back. That was the end of it. You know, he didn't ask for money. He sued, but it's not extortion to say, "Hey, give it back, or else we'll sue."
Yeah.
It's also not extortion to say, "Hey, give it back," or all these lawfully obtained videos are going to be released. You know, because it doesn't put him in a false light.
It's not a crime to do any of those things.
Well, I'd say especially if the videos are true. I mean, if you could argue if they were not true, that'd be a problem. But no, these videos are true.
Right. So co-defendants engaged in communications fraud by publishing false statements, by referencing, as referenced in the publications, including across YouTube videos, podcasts, websites, and social media, including false statements. BAM stole from old people, or steals from old people, and BAM is a criminal enterprise. Well, I mean, again, truth is a defense.
I think BAM is a criminal enterprise. That checks the box off as true in my book.
Right. And again,
you're talking object is quacking and it flies and it eats crackers.
No
and
shit, man.
Right here, this whole thing that we just went over was a BAM corporate employee, but also franchisee owner saying, "Oh, well, if he does this and this and this and this, then."
An apology from Brian. I need all the negative comments taken off. I need positive reviews on there to make up for the damage. And then I'll give them back.
He also wants them to make positive reviews on the website.
Yeah.
Not just take away all the negative reviews, but make positive reviews. Is that a criminal enterprise? Say Valhalla?
Yeah. Seems like it to me.
Uh-huh. The actor
Seems
commits
like it to me.
criminal simulation if, with intent to defraud another, the actor makes or alters an object in whole or in part to appear is to have value because of age, antiquity. What is this about? Sells, passes. Let's see. Is there another paragraph? So the co-defendants engaged in criminal simulation by, among other things, they're going deep.
Criminal wait. Criminal simulation? What's that like?
Basically, you're pretending to commit a crime.
Oh.
So this is going back to the raffle tickets. The raffle was legitimate as far as I understand. If he went through, now here's the other thing. Just because you're not in possession of the product doesn't mean you don't own it. Right? This goes back 2,000 years. Right, this property law concept. You don't have to be in possession of it to own it. It's called a bill of lading.
Lego in a Lego store on consignment.
Well, drugs are that way. I don't have to possess it to. I don't have to own it to possess it.
So
if you make me hold your drugs, I'm possessing them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, so they could lawfully raffle off a Lego set that they're not physically in possession of, and there's no crime in that. And they keep calling it an unauthorized raffle. As far as I understand, now, if Reckless Ben didn't get all the right paperwork together and it was, in fact, an unauthorized raffle, then fine. But it doesn't need to be authorized by BAM in order for it to be an actual legal raffle.
Like, okay, go cry to the Utah Lottery Commission then.
Oh, and then they posted the sign that says permanently closed. We stole old man's life savings. They sued. We lost. By closing the store, we get out of having to pay the family what they owe them. Now, is this a true statement if he sued the wrong person? Is the question, right? At the time, I believe he thought he sued the right person. So is there justification for this particular statement? If at the time he thought he sued the right person.
Believe that you're speaking the truth, it still counts, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's a way around defamation. I thought this was true.
Right.
And
so,
also, I mean, you're gonna have to, like, a jury. Like, let's say this got all the way to the end. It's not going to, but have fun convincing a jury this is Ben's the bad man here.
Yeah, right. But at the end of the day, like, if we're going to try to get this dismissed on a motion to dismiss, summary disposition, whatever they call it, then what we're looking at here is you have to either intentionally lied or acted with reckless disregard for the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't.
I
And
don't think he
you'd
did
be
either of those
hard
there.
pressed to say that he acted with reckless disregard for the truth.
Yeah.
He spent the money. He took the thing to court. He just filled in the wrong LLC.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Whoops,
so-
you still stole it though.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. The rest of the statement is completely true, by the way. They stole from old people.
So, I mean, we could spend the next hour going through the rest of the 30 pages, but just what you've seen so far, do you think Reckless Ben and his posse, or his ecosystem, if you will, is engaging in RICO?
No, they are not
That's
engaging in RICO at all.
So
they're not violating FDUPTA. They're not violating a lot of different things.
All right, so we have a TRO that was issued. I don't want to go through the motion that addresses it, but I do want to talk about the TRO a little bit. Some of this stuff I would agree with. And if you guys don't know, temporary restraining order, it's only enforceable for a certain amount of time. It is temporary until there is a hearing. There is a hearing on the 22nd. Hopefully I can bring that live to you all.
Sean,
Is this the thing where, like, they were telling him to take his videos down?
Yes.
Bro, it goes so much further than that. This TRO is about to make you so mad, man. You are about to lose your goddamn mind over this TRO.
Plaintiffs are entitled to entry of a temporary restraining order. And did you want to pull up a super chat?
Well, it was relevant, so yes. I mean, they're all relevant. T-Rex wants to know, is the raffle legal specifically because of religious organization exemption, or are religious exempt because they operate as not-for-profit fundamental?
So my understanding is, and it sounded like it was very similar to Michigan, and so I'll just base it off of Michigan law. You have to get a permit to conduct a lottery or a gambling event or anything like that from the state before you do it.
Church bingo.
If you are a religious organization, it's sort of an expedited free process. If you're doing it for profit, then you have to go through a whole licensing thing, and it could take several months, and it costs you a lot of money. So Reckless Ben saw that it was free and quick for a religious organization to get a permit to host the lottery, and so he went that route because he's already owns a religion. So the Church of Scientology Sucks is the one that hosted the lottery.
Yeah.
All right, so this TRO.
That's clever.
So it enjoins the defendants and their affiliates, co-conspirators, employees, contractors, agents, and representatives, and anyone acting in concert with them, directly or indirectly, in person, remotely, or online, are immediately restrained from making, transmitting, soliciting, encouraging, or facilitating death, bomb, or other threats of physical harm, property destruction, or otherwise against plaintiffs, their franchisees, employees, officers, owners, customers, vendors, or family members. What's interesting is that they haven't produced a shred of evidence that this happened, yet the TRO was issued.
Far it's like, okay, you can't threaten to kill them or hurt them. Okay? Like, that's kind of like, don't break the law.
Yeah. Publishing or encouraging others to publish home addresses, personal phone numbers, personal email addresses, family information, or other doxing information of any kind regarding plaintiffs' personal finances or franchisees, owners, or employees. Okay. But again, you know, they really haven't presented any evidence that that happened.
I'm still like, okay.
Yeah. Entering, remaining at, filming, blocking access to, or approaching within defined distances not less than 1,000 yards of plaintiff stores, offices, warehouses, franchise locations, parking areas, employees' homes, or franchise homes after notice, except through counsel, lawful service of process.
What happens if a franchisee wants to talk to me?
Right.
Well, there's that.
yards is
Also, I mean, at this
ridiculous.
point, so far, I'm not like, I don't see anything like, okay, this doesn't seem too bad so far.
Yeah, it's not too
But
bad until the end.
1,000 yards is like insanely long, right? Aren't
No,
they typically
yeah,
like
but
500
that's-
feet,
yeah.
1,000 feet max? Usually, 1,000 yards seems crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, yeah, and if that's something that was out of hand, you certainly could probably appeal that and get that fixed. But
Yeah, you can get probably the distance corrected.
You're getting to
Yeah.
the good part soon, though.
Impersonating plaintiffs, any franchisee, law enforcement, or court officer to deliver service, a customer. See, that's the whole thing. Impersonating a court officer, a delivery
let's
service.
go back to him doing all the retarded shit as the UPS guy.
Yeah.
Like, quit fucking around is what the court's saying. And it's like, once again, that makes sense. Don't like leave these people the fuck alone. Quit like when you get caught jerking off, like there you go. The court's gonna say quit jerking off.
Touching, altering, covering, or defacing or placing signage on any form or communication affecting plaintiff's property. That's them posting the signs over their stores.
Once again, that's not super unreasonable, and given the situation here.
Blocking, deterring, or interfering with customers, employees, or vendors from delivering or delivery personnel doing business with plaintiff in any way, including entering and leaving the plaintiff's locations. Soliciting plaintiff's employees, franchisees, or contractors to act as undercover agents. That's what they did with that one girl. They brought her out into the woods and turned her. They used her as a spy.
Yeah.
She's a female, though.
She's a female?
I'm still not. So far, this is still okay to me.
Using, fabricating, deceptive or misrepresented contracts, raffles, lotteries, court papers, or awards, or other programs, instruments, recordings, or documents to deceive, manufacture evidence, or create stage confrontations, deter personnel from calling the police. That's the whole contract that they had the manager sign that said you can't call the police or else. Destroying, deleting, altering, or forever, or failing to preserve videos, raw footage, outtakes. That's normal. Creating, posting, publishing, or disseminating any reproduction thereof, any false, misleading, harassing, interfering, defamatory, or unlawful images or content respecting plaintiffs. Now, this is
how do you know it's defamatory?
That's my point, right? They haven't made a determination that any of this is defamatory, right?
Yeah.
Maintaining the current, so you're barred from maintaining the current publications as such terms as defined in the verified complaint, and any other video, audio, or other form of publication posted on any online streaming platform by co-defendants directly or indirectly, and require. So that means us too, guys, directly or indirectly. Posted on any online streaming platform by co-defendants directly or indirectly, and requiring
suck my dick
that the publications and any such other communications published by co-defendants be immediately removed and or taken down from any online streaming platform or otherwise published that in any way relate to the private legal dispute underlying this matter between Brian and Crystal, and the assertions of wrongdoing as described in the verified complaint. So they want to take down all the videos on any platform where they exist, directly or indirectly, and that includes this channel. Well, we're not taking it down.
No, and it's on my channel too. So, you know.
And then plaintiffs are not required to post any security bond, so that's fun, because no security is required for the issuance of this injunction if it appears that none of the parties will incur sufficient cost. This judge has no idea how YouTube works. This judge has no clue how YouTube works. This has 5 million views, and you want him to take it down and say that it's not going to cost Reckless Ben anything. He's not going to suffer any cost.
Boomer judge. He's like, it's like you're watching Happy Days on TV.
Yeah. So that the last part there, that's the whole thing where everyone's sort of
that's about. Okay. Yeah, I got.
You can't post anything going forward, and everything that you have to take down.
Okay,
without there being a ruling as to whether anything's been defamatory thus far.
Okay, yeah, no, that's where it's bullshit now, and I'm doing my part. What's the judge's name?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me get back up there. Judge Graff Jr. Tony F. Graff.
Tony
Jr.
Graff Jr. That's it.
Wait, this is the judge in the Brian Koberger case.
Is it?
No, I had so much hope for you, sweetheart, but you could suck my dick too, Judge.
This guy's really involved in the Koberger shit?
Koberger was
in
Idaho.
It is. It's that same judge. Yep, that's him.
Oh, they brought in a Utah judge for that case?
What's in Utah?
Koberger was in Utah? I thought it was in
he had to get out of
Colorado. Tyler Robinson.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
oh.
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah.
okay.
So
I just got confused.
sorry, Judge. I thought you were cool, but I guess you're gay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So this
only gay judges make bad restraining orders.
Gay.
Yeah. So that's where we're at, and I think it's all BS. I think the public posts by BAM is going to destroy their own case. I think the statements that they made and the recorded phone calls is going to destroy their case.
It's all going to destroy their case.
I think the unredacted body cams that were leaked by the police department, as fools that they are, is going to destroy BAM's case. And at the end of the day, the only one walking away from this smelling like roses is Brian and Reckless Ben.
I sincerely hope that the feds are actually looking into this a little bit, because this shit is wild, y'all.
Yeah. Sean, did you finish your build?
Almost. I'm working on the trailer.
Oh, okay.
It's like the coming event. It's like at the movies. We're almost there.
The Patreon CEO was hilarious.
Oh, I can pull that
the
up.
Patreon CEO is cringe in his own right.
Did you watch
and that's
it?
fine. Well, he's got
he's had his own. He had his own he's got his own internet gooberishness.
He's
where
not
it's
always been the
he finally did a base thing, and it's like, okay, great, but it's like, yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know the past. I don't know the past with him.
Oh yeah. Back when everybody got deplatformed, he was like, he talked all kinds of mad shit, and then Patreon lost a ton of money, and he was like crying on videos about it, like, please don't leave us.
So he learned from. Okay, here, I'm not going to fault somebody who did a stupid thing and then learned from it and decided not to do it again, and instead decided to come out and, I mean, okay, maybe trim the beard a bit, but
dear creator community,
leave his beard alone.
And I'm the CEO and co-founder of Patreon. On May 29th, Patreon received an official takedown request filed by Bricks and Minifigs for media and accounts related to Reckless Ben and an ongoing dispute regarding a local Lego consignment issue. This is the verified complaint with exhibits. This is the request for immediate content removal pursuant to temporary restraining order. And this is the motion for the temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. So after an extensive review and investigation by Patreon's trust and safety team, we have in fact, unfortunately, determined that Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. If Bricks and Minifigs doesn't like that, they can sue us. Patreon out.
So he learned from his mistakes, right?
It's easy, but it's easy enough to. That's like, the reason why I'm telling this Judge Graff could suck my dick. Nothing's going to happen to me. Literally nothing can happen to me.
He's not listed in the lawsuit. He's not going to get in any trouble.
Yeah, I'm just, so yes, it's easy enough to be like, go, fuck you, we're doing what we want. It's like, once again, as the Greeks say, everybody is, everybody's, the boldest seek to flee when death offers their hand. But, we're okay here. Nothing's going to happen to us. So.
It was an easy PR win that he took advantage of and did it in a 39-second video that was worded perfectly, in my humble opinion.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah.
So this is as far as I got in my build.
You suck.
Never forget.
I was reading documents and trying to hold on.
Pretty good.
Look at this beautiful son of a bitch I built.
It's beautiful, Valhalla.
Amazing, ain't it?
Beautiful. I love
Sean,
that.
are you going to be streaming now that you're set up in Florida, or you still got a few days of
Well,
recovery?
I've got some more stuff I got to get set up, but I'm working on that.
Everyone go check out, if you're in if you're in Valhalla's or mine, go check out Potentially Criminal. His link is in the description below.
Yeah, we'll be back hopefully by tomorrow, but I got to get stuff done. 2.0 is a good woman, and I need to make sure this house is up and running and help her do that. So.
Oh yeah, Sean, did you hear about their company Legally Mine got busted in Ohio for practicing law without a license?
I read their complaint. I read the Supreme Court stuff, and it's like, oh man, disciplinary council took those guys to the woodshed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that happened just in December. That wasn't that long ago.
That's their dad, I thought, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Daniel McNeff, their father, I believe. Their father.
Yeah.
Could have been an uncle.
And it takes a lot for
guy.
them to come after you and stroke you for a couple of G's.
Well, apparently he took advantage of a bunch of dentists and scammed them out of some money, and they all got screwed over in the long run. So there was a bunch of dentists that were pissed off at him about it.
Was it February 2025? I thought it was.
They got smacked around a little bit.
Can we do 5 more hours of Lego coverage? I would love to, but I do have work in the morning. So
we've got several of them coming up this month, though, you guys. We got more Lego streams scheduled than we typically do. So
we have, in fact, I was going to pull it up.
Tell our amazing viewers what we have coming up, folks.
So
Sean's still building, right? Do I got a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
On June 11th, actually, why don't I do it this way? Because this would be better. Because why not? Actually, show no, don't tell sort of thing, right?
Show no.
There we go. Okay. So on June 11th, we will have Crystal and Benjamin on with us. And that's going to be very exciting.
Nice.
You're not going to want to miss that. We have some questions for them. But they're nice enough to come on. And I got to read his book before then. And then we have, let's see here. Well, then we have Emily C coming up. I should just dig this up. We have Emily C coming up on what date is this? I don't even know. On June 13th. Oh, we have so many coming up. And then we have Sheldon. Sheldon, if you remember, got his phone stolen by the police, working with Reckless Ben. So he's coming on June 16th.
Well, you're just getting like the whole cast of characters.
You were working our way up. I said it's like a yeah, it's like an old school video game where we're battling all the bosses, and then eventually we'll get to the big boss and we'll get Ben on here. We have on June 20th, if you guys put it in for your mystery Lego build, we are doing that build along on June 20th. That's coming up. And then we have Steph the Alter Nerd.
Good.
Coming up again on June 27th. So that's rounding out June for us, guys. Yeah, but Sheldon, I'm really excited to get Sheldon on here and see what he has to say about all of this.
I can't wait to hang out with Crystal and her husband because,
when do we get American Fork Police on here?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, American Fork Police.
They have like police stuff.
Yeah.
We could build a police Lego set with them.
I have. Where's my prison? Oh, my prison's in the house. I took it out of here.
Oh, you took it down?
Yeah. It's no longer in the treehouse. Prince of Wales. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. But yeah. Eamon ever
we love bossy women around here.
Has Eamon ever wrecked his minivan into a bucket of a front
end loader? Yeah.
Don't know. Don't know.
You gotta watch out, man. They jump out and get you.
They do jump out and get you. If you could just whisper to us. That was the weird. Did you watch that video, Sean?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I thought for sure. I was watching it at first on my phone. And I'm like, this is some weird AI.
I just don't understand how these places do so crappy with their PR. It's like, I don't like, how do you guys mess this up?
They're all just fools.
The guy in the top left is MLS. He is a Michigan law guy. Tell him who you are, David.
Well, people.
Yeah, this was awful. And this is like they did it in a conference room somewhere.
I am Attorney David Helm, licensed practicing attorney in the state of Michigan. Oh, hi.
There you go.
Sean.
I am an attorney that is licensed in Ohio, but now I'm a kept man in Florida.
Yeah.
And Sean's looking forward to being a kept man.
He really is. And Valhalla Awaits is a goat farmer and combat veteran. And I am just a fan who got to be on a stream.
Yeah. One day we said we needed somebody. So, but welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Nick Ricchetti
This
says I
one
don't
is
need a
just so
license.
weird the way they do this.
Yeah, this is just
Johnson also reported that the male had pounded on the door, opened the screen door, attempted to open.
It almost seemed like AI at first.
It did, right? I was watching it on my phone. I'm like, this is totally
Officer
AI.
Hawkins with the American Fork
This
Police
is so
Department
weird.
responded,
Nick loves to be on our Lego stream.
identified himself as Christian Morgan. Morgan told Officer Hawkins,
Caitlin says, "Damn, you need an attorney in Ohio? Email, get a hold of me. I may be able to help you."
So this is just all kinds of weird. And then just the audio levels, the way he's talking, his little pre-pubescent mustache he's got going on, all of it's just weird.
him to
The whole
avoid
thing is weird, man.
for his crimes. Schneider said,
This is just CYA, right? I mean, that's what they're doing. Is CYA, public relations.
Yeah, they're just like listen, Rubes out in the county, we're the heckin' good police, man. You can trust us.
We don't acknowledge Zach's super chats. We just pull it up. Yeah,
Sean, not Sean. Sorry, Sean. Zach is my future ex-husband number 5. We will acknowledge him.
Whatever. He's not even in my chat. Whose chat is he in?
He keeps going back and forth.
Does he?
Yours
Okay.
and Valhalla's.
I see.
And probably Sean's too.
He lied so much in that video. Valhalla says he
Right?
did lie.
He really
You talking about
did.
the cop? This guy? Yeah, he lied so bad.
Yeah, and
So-
it was so weird listening to it. So off. It's
He's
just
like he's at church.
What do you think about the arrest,
Page.
or not the arrest, the pullover for allegedly having heroin in the car? If that is truly like unsupported, the problem is I don't think they have reliable informants to say, like, this guy's harassing us. He's got a lawsuit he filed against us in Oregon. Now he's doing it down here in Utah, and he's probably got heroin in the car. You guys should pull him over for heroin.
oh yeah, no, that this is really bad. Like I don't envy the cops having to explain that one.
And then the raid on their Airbnb that was apparently owned by a friend of the police officers, who somehow heard that these guys were talking about stolen Lego. Which, how is it that you're an Airbnb owner and you're able to eavesdrop in on your guests in their private quarters? It's just suspicious to me.
The whole thing is sus.
Yeah. So I think American Fork Police have a lot of explaining to do. I think they're not in the clear. Whether or not they proceed with a lawsuit, meaning reckless.
I mean, I like the hope
children,
they get made to pay for it, but I'm just, just telling you, probably not.
Yeah. But they did have a wrongful stop. Oh, that's what I was going to say too. So the police stop. There was a question about were the police justified in the initial running the stop sign stop? And this guy says that they ran or they stopped past the stop bar. Do you guys have that BS in Ohio, Sean? The stop
When you stop
bar.
at the stop bar.
Yeah, when you stop past the stop bar, it authorizes cops to pull you
I
over.
didn't see a stop bar
Yeah.
on the pavement,
They can,
by the way.
I've had cops do that.
Where
And they can, because you're not obeying a traffic control device.
That's the stop bar is a traffic control device, but I didn't see one in there. Let me pull up.
There's not a
Reckless
line on the ground. It's just the sign on the side of the street.
No, there's no line on there. Did you go back and look at it?
I didn't see one that I remember, because I remember I watched it a couple times today. There was a bar, or maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see one.
I'm gonna
I
go
didn't
back
see
and
it.
look.
No, it's
So it
a
takes some, like-
BS thing cops do, but
Yeah. It was questionable, to say the very least, right? Like, they were looking for a reason. They thought that was good
yeah,
enough.
they're
and
always
then
looking
just
for an
fucked with
excuse,
them all.
and but that's why when you're screwing around,
They're always looking
It's
for
like,
an excuse.
Ben, like, now you understand, like, I guess for the future, when you start playing these games, like, learn to be
I don't see a line on
inch
this
perfect all
street.
this stuff.
Yeah, see, there's no stop bar.
There's no line there. There's no line there.
Now,
Yeah, it doesn't
technically,
look like it.
stop before the right. Not when you get the intersection. You're supposed to stop before. It's
you stop first and then you want to edge out or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ticky-tacky bullshit.
He stopped at the stop sign, so this is an
He
illegal
didn't.
stop.
They didn't stop at the stop sign. They stopped past the stop sign.
Yeah, I mean, I agree it's ticky-tack, but, you know.
You stopped at the stop sign.
This is going to be a justified stop. But
when you're swimming up, swamp full of gators.
Even if it is a justified stop, though,
fully stop.
nothing that follows is justified.
Correct.
This stop,
So even if the
this stop should have lasted 15 minutes, and the second that he said that he's just given them a warning, that traffic stop's over. They held him and
that
detained
is
him
true.
past that point for no fucking reason other than the.
Well, I agree with that, but that's that's we gotta get to that part now. Like so.
Yeah.
Right.
So who's Ben? See, now they're stopping him clearly for other reasons other than the traffic control device, but that doesn't mean that the stop was unlawful. Like they can say, they can suspect you of drugs as long as they have a legal justification for stopping you. As long as they don't.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say,
pretextual stop. Supreme Court has said they're all okay.
Say that again, Sean.
It's called a pretextual stop. United States v. Wren. Oh my God, I can't believe I remember that. I think WHREN. And they said this is all okay to do.
Yep.
Look at the
so
big
long as
brain
it's
up there.
even if that's not your primary focus as the officer, so long as they have a justification for the stop.
Yeah. I'm stopping you. I know you have drugs in the car, but I'm stopping you for your taillight.
Yep.
Good enough.
So many people get busted with bodies in the trunk when they had a busted taillight. You can't do it, man. You got to check everything.
California person. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is the weirdest thing when you're, the drive of your life, and you're like, you don't do a pre-trip maintenance.
Yeah, you got to do the pre-trip maintenance, man. You got to do it.
You got that license plate light out. They'll get you every time for that one.
I'm gonna pull up.
In my state, you have to have a license on the front and the back of your car. And
it's a weird ass state.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
And I have cute cars. I'm not messing up my car for a license plate. I got pulled over all the time in my Challenger. I haven't got pulled over one time in my new mom car. Not once.
You guys want to see reckless Ben in the back of a cop car?
Sure.
And why are the wings so hard to build on Lego? I kept putting them on backward. The directions aren't clear. It looks like
what are you building?
I was helping my grandson with the Lego you got him for his birthday. It was a Star Wars.
Those wings. I was like bird, or what are you talking about?
No, not a bird, but also your wings you were having a hard time with too. Just now.
Cops are never your friends, folks. Cops are never your friends.
Never.
They can ask you, what kind of music you want to listen to and where are you from and all of this stuff. They're gathering information to use against you.
Where'd you come from?
Your entire purpose at a traffic stop, guys, is to get out of there with saying as little as humanly possible.
Yep.
Well, he's already arrested. This is the transport from the police department to the jail, where he's going to be.
And once you get arrested, don't say another word ever. Don't speak ever after that. You're done.
Let me know if you guys can hear it. All right. Well, there's nothing being said now. Hang on.
Okay.
You guys can hear that? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
I want to make him some soup.
He's too nice of a guy. He's just chit chat.
I want him to come over and I'll make him some chicken caldo and. That sounds good right now. Can you tell I'm hungry? It's my dinner time. Oh, MAFTA. Okay.
So the cop asked him if there's any specific music you want to listen to. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Yes.
Hold it up.
Let's see it, Sean.
And it's got the dump bed on it too. So hold on here.
We'll bring that in here.
Got a dump bed. It goes.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice. That's cool.
Look at that little technique in action.
Good job. It's so cute.
Too.
I want to drive a tractor.
Mahalo proofs.
Sean, question for you.
I'm in a rural town.
Yeah.
This chat here. Can you be trespassed even if you've never gone onto the property?
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
in rare
Not all here.
circumstances.
You're all trespassing my property. Don't come here.
Yeah, same.
Anything except
You have.
You've also never been to the White House, and you're trespassing there.
What doesn't Valhalla?
I don't care. I like alternative, I guess.
Alternative what? Rock?
Yeah, I like alternative rock. Yeah.
Alternative rock?
What about you?
I listen to everything. It's actually one of the good things, not good things, but like,
Yeah, this is all just to get him to be your friend, so hopefully you release information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hearing what
It's called
like what's your favorite kind of music? I should ask.
Ooh.
humanizing.
I don't know, I really like,
So they go on and on about.
There's a 41% chance they beat their wives, so they're not your friend.
So they go on and on and on about the music. And they started talking a little bit more about music if you wanted that super chat.
Right? I love that song too.
What are the penalties for Ben violating the TRO with another video? He already released the response video, but is supposedly holding back part 3.
He's not making great choices as far as a criminal.
I don't know what the contempt proceedings are in Utah, but it could be up to like 90 days jail at the end of the day.
Well, civil contempt. So, like, I mean, it could be sanctions. It could be fined. He could default claims depending on how bad you screw up in this case. So, yeah, he should just go in his hearing and then deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. And we are not violating any TRO because we are not named defendants.
Or like
Nope.
sad alternative music.
30. He's gonna be so scared. He's gonna be like, what the heck? Like, why isn't it?
So he's asking if he can,
Conservative.
is he going to be able to bond out because he's trying to pick up a buddy from the airport?
Yeah.
Don't be volunteering this stuff, guys. Oh, you got
I
another
honestly-
conspirator
to be
showing
honest
up
with you,
that's
I
going to
don't
help you with
know
these
the
things.
jail's procedures.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have in which you're able to bail out and which you're not.
Yeah, I have a friend arriving at the airport. They have to pick up at 8:30. He's gonna be so scared. He's gonna be like, what the heck? Like, why isn't he answering his phone? He's gonna be stuck at the airport. Oh no.
Good thing there's Uber.
Yeah.
So I wanted to point that out because he's talking about other people coming, and then this is like 30 minutes. So I don't want to. Now that Sean's done, I thought we had some time. But one of the other things he gets into is that the cop's been watching his videos, and he's like, "Oh, did you check out this video where I shut down this cult man and all this stuff?" Quit making admissions that you're shutting down businesses.
If we want to get in the grade, that's what has to happen. So. Oh, they all sucked. Yeah, they were terrible.
It just reinforces your cloud seeking.
So
no matter what he says here, it's not going to go well.
Made a police
No matter
report
what.
that the company stole the Legos, right? And they were like, okay. And then we're like, we're you gonna investigate it? They're like, no, they don't want you on the property. And we're like, but aren't you gonna like investigate this? Like, are you gonna like make a police report? And they're like, no. We're like, well, why not? And they're like, because. We're like, what? They were just terrible. Like they were definitely like in Utah, it seems very unbiased, I guess. But Colorado or not Colorado, in Oregon, they were definitely taking the side of the Lego store for some reason.
Because you're not from there, that's why they're taking their side.
Right.
Like, so it's so weird. I don't get it.
I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm trying to find the spot. You notice also too, he's been Mirandized, but the cop's not asking him any questions of substance. He's asking him, "Hey, what kind of music?"
everything.
Yeah, he's just volunteering this information.
Salt Lake City.
There's
so bad if like he like lands, he's like, okay, like
there's
I
a local
at
kid.
8:30, and he gets there, he's like, where's Ben? Where's Ben at? And he's just like looking around. He's like, do I go home? Like, what do I do? Am I just stuck at the airport? Like, what do I do? Oh, he's probably freaking out. Oh no. Salt Lake City. Yeah. Are we going to Spanish Fork? Opposite direction? No. No, that's all good.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. It's just inconvenient, but it's not your fault. They had to put the jail in the. It would have been convenient if like it's like jail right next to the airport, but yeah.
Quit mentioning things that could be seen as a flight risk.
Yes, exactly.
Salt Lake City, Los Angeles.
God, don't tell him that.
Yeah, we're actually working on another video. It's not about that. We're also investigating a school that tortures kids. It's called Provo Canyon School. It's like a school that nurse helped me. So that's why.
Like Ben, I get it, but you're glossing the shit out of yourself, man. Just stop. This is kind of like. Just stop.
Don't do this.
Just stop.
He's flying in as
nobody really cares.
Yeah, they like torture kids. They put kids in solitary confinement for up to like 2 months at a time, just for like stealing a bag of chips or something from another kid. Like it's like super illegal. But I think we can shut them down.
I think we can shut him down. I think we can. He's telling on himself. What's his MO, Sean? What's his MO?
It's telling on himself. Like, this is all he does. Like, just shut up.
Snitches.
Stop talking to the police. They are not your friends.
Some people nervous talk, though, too. You know?
But that's fine. You're nervous talking. You're like stuff into problems.
Put something over your mouth.
Tell them about your pet cat if you're a nervous talker.
No, don't talk at all.
Don't talk at all. Sing a song to yourself. Don't even do that. Just sit there. Just sit there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It's insane.
Lips like a statue.
I just want to see if they would accept me as a student, because like it's basically a prison, and the dad was just like, "Hey, my son's being very rebellious. My son dyed his hair, and so I dyed my hair. So that's why I have red hair now, or orange hair. Yeah, normally I have brown hair, but right now."
So he's admitting to like scamming his way into a school that he's hoping on shutting down, which again, it could be very noble. But when you're being charged with like stalking and protesting people in connection with shutting down their store in Oregon, just don't admit to like
weird lottery and you're impersonating FedEx guys.
Of course, I'm guilty of this one because I do it everywhere across the country.
The guy with the orangish tint, and then they're like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds like a bad kid. We should accept him in because he dyed his hair." And then like, let's put him in solitary confinement for 2
Also, you sound like a crazy person right now in the back of the car.
Maybe like a month ago or something. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like we just got like
Jesus loves
like
you.
$1
I want to know who Jesus loves
like
you.
$2 at Walmart or something. So I feel like the cheapest guys just kind of faded out.
Sorry.
But he's going to tell you to shut up.
Anyways, I just wanted to show that part because I'm like, dude, quit telling like you on yourself that you're gonna shut down other places. It's just kind of you're just giving them ammunition at the end of the day.
That's
all
all
of
it
this
is.
can be used against you, and just it makes
And
for
will
great
be.
content. But this
And
isn't
will be.
This isn't in his video. So this doesn't help your video. This is just you sort of being reckless, as this name implies.
What will help our videos are a few things, friends. Subscribe, please, to Valhalla Await, MLS, Lego Law, and Sean Potentially Criminal. Subscribe to the channels. Set your notifications to all so that you can be notified when the next video comes on. We really appreciate that. And your commenting is also helping to give more algorithm good stuff out there.
I got a client right now that just retained me, and I was just watching the body cam video today, and I'm like, dude, just stop talking. I could do so much for you if you didn't say a word. If you just sat there.
I'm gonna call Valhalla if I'm in the back of a cop car. Oh, they don't let you have your phone, huh?
Don't you? Well,
they claim to have him on video, and I watched the video. They don't have him on video, but he's talking about it. It's like, dude, just
Valhalla goes, don't call me from the back of a cop car.
Don't call me. Don't call me. I'm on enough lists. I don't need any help.
Yeah, I mean, small town. That's what I've been saying. A lot of times, or a lot of people. Geez, I can talk. Are saying that there's like a Mormon connection. This is just a small town cop situation.
I don't know, because one of the kids is local. but he's not from the church. The Tyler kid, the driver that got pulled over at the stop sign, and the 3-hour long drug search. He's a local kid, but he's not part of the church.
Volstorm's here. Oh, here he is. He's not calling you either.
Sean, you got anything coming up? We're about to end here. Oh, where did Sean go?
He gone.
He gone.
He gone. He went to
He's
handle
trying to
the
figure out how to soundproof that window.
noise situation. He's making sure none of y'all are trespassing. That's what he's doing.
Oh, there's also an allegation with regard to the Mormon kid.
Sorry.
There he is.
The Mormon kid in the second video or part 2 apparently is alleged to have been paid by
yeah, that's the same kid that I'm talking about. He's not Mormon. Yeah. His name is Tyler. He's
nice.
Mormon.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much.
Daddy Turtle. Love you.
He pretended to be Mormon, isn't Mormon, and he's on the outs as a local with Ben and them.
Really?
Likely because he's not part of the Mormon church.
Oh. Right. I thought he was Mormon. I wanted him to be an actual Mormon kid. Oh, it was
I thought he was too. I wanted him to be. I watched him do an interview today. The civil rights lawyer, I think, is talking to him, and civil rights lawyer says that he's probably got like the best civil rights violation case out of everybody so far.
Dude, the cop he lied and said the cops injured his shoulder. Well, from what he said, the cops did injure his shoulder. It was just already pre-injured. And eggshell skull theory says that you take your victims as you find them, coppers. And then, but he did.
How do you know he lied about that?
Well, he admitted that he admitted that the X-ray wasn't actually of him; it was a stock X-ray.
Yeah,
that was his
one stock image.
That was his big screw up. That was his one screw up.
It was a stock image. He never said it was his X-ray.
It was implied. I saw it.
Was it?
It was. Yeah.
I didn't think so. I thought that was pretty obviously a stock image.
Especially if you want the whole video is like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of photos, and I didn't think the explosion was real either. I thought that was
from our intro the other day. Do you think that the what the hell was that Rick and Morty skit that we played for our intro? Are they really being mind controlled by the?
It was implied that he went and got X-rays. That's how I saw it.
How he was in jail. When would he have done that?
That's my point. He didn't need to put it up. He could have just made the argument.
Team Ben all day, every day. Brick by brick.
Savvy Turtle. Thank you for the $5. If I ever need any of you in the future, I'd be your favorite client, as I am a great listener and I don't speak. That is good to know. That is exactly how you should be. Exactly how you should be. All right, guys, we're going to end it here. Thank you all for sticking around with us. We will be back on Thursday with 3 days from now, with Benjamin and Crystal. Very excited about that. I want to hear about all of their shenanigans with this, and so stick around for that. And with that, I have nothing else to say. Someone else take it away.
Appreciate you guys.
See you guys.
Love.
Bye.
Attorney in a suit and goats on the loose. Divorcee sipping wine like there's no excuse. With Lego bricks stacked in a colorful haze. They're building dreams while the questions blaze. Brick by brick and word by word, secrets spill out as the pieces get stirred. From lawsuits to heartbreaks to stories of old, interviewing life while the sets unfold. Attorney holds a file, but now it's a brick. The farmer speaks wisdom that's earthy and slick. The ex pours her tea while she laughs at the jokes. Behind the strange world, there's magic it evokes. Flashbacks to courtrooms and fields of green, to Cali love lost in Lego scenes. Strangers pour out their life on the screen, in the strangest show you've ever seen. Brick by brick and word by word, secrets spill out as the pieces get stirred. From lawsuits to heartbreaks to stories of old, interviewing life while the sets unfold. Flashbacks to courtrooms songs and fields of green, to Cali love lost in Lego scenes. Strangers pour out their life on the screen, in the strangest show you've ever seen. Brick by brick and word by word, secrets spill out as the pieces get stirred. From lawsuits to heartbreaks to stories of old, interviewing life while their sets unfold. Classic castles grow, but so do the stories. Tales of fame, past glory, and embarrassing stories. The goat farmer grins, says life's full of muck. The attorney replies, bet that's worth the buck.